Opa! Welcome everybody to Stavvy's World, 904-800-STAV. Call in, we'll solve all your problems. This is a joyous day. It's Greek Independence Day today, fellas.
Oh.
Opa!
Yep. Quiet.
Sorry.
Put your hat back on. You don't get to pay respects to the great Greek nation.
Doesn't look like you're paying much respects either.
The first Ian bomb of the day, folks. Right off the
We're
top.
on the board. Woo!
Greek Independence Day. So I had to bring the two people that the Italians, the Romans, stole everything from us, and a man who lives his life as homosexual as the ancient Greeks.
Mike
Recine. Two people that both continue the Greek legacy in their own ways.
Yes.
Ian and Mike. Two favorites, two Stavvy's World, absolute faves. Both have Mike's special just came out. What's it called?
It's called I'm Normal.
I'm Normal.
You can watch it on.
Get it right now on YouTube. Pause this right now. Go watch that. Give it a click. Give it a click, you animals.
Check
the guy's
out the
got a
link
family.
in the bio.
Link in the bio.
I do, and I would love it if you could just watch it.
Yeah.
You know?
Literally, please watch it. Mike's one of the funniest guys. Yeah, well, let's just say of the people on this couch, definitely watch Mike's special.
One of the funniest guys.
One of the funniest guys.
Two funniest guys.
And we've got another guy who I really love. Ian's so desperate for affection, he didn't realize I was shitting on his comedy by being like, one guy's funny, and I love this other guy.
You know what? I did not realize it until you explained it. In my head, I was like, that was really nice. I love you too, man. Thank you.
When's your special coming out, Ian? You said you know yet or no?
It is out. This is coming out.
It is out.
This is coming out when?
Greek Independence Day, March 25th, as we all know.
Oh, yeah. Then it's coming out on Ian Independence Day, April 4th.
Oh, so we're right in the middle.
2024.
Mike's just came out. Ian is coming out next week.
Yes.
Two great specials from two great friends of mine.
Ian Fidance, Wild, Happy, and Free. YouTube.com/Bein Ian.
I'm sorry, it's called Wild, Happy, and Free?
Yeah.
Are you a 42-year-old woman that just got divorced?
Yeah. Ian got her groove back. Yeah. You gotta be good.
Yeah.
You gotta be bold.
And if you really love the specials, guys, go to Home Goods. You'll find a wooden sign with those words written on it as well.
That's
you
good
can hang it
merch.
up. That's
Oh
good
my
merch.
God,
Ian's gonna go get the clearance rack at Marshall's and resell Wild, Happy, and Free.
Swear to God, I was thinking about calling it Live, Laugh, Love.
That's
be the next.
That's good merch. Don't you sell people enough bullshit all the time?
Yeah. What's your merch? What's the Ian merch store?
My merch?
Yeah,
I got
plug that, man.
fucking
Fuck it.
sick merch.
Ian's like the peddler from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
All the shit that he...
I got fucking Marlboro shirts that say Fidance, and on the back it's the Marlboro insignia, and it says IF, Sig, Ska, Cats. And then I got shirts that look like suicidal tendencies. It says Ian Fidance. I got a trucker hat on. It says Wild, Happy, and Free.
That's awesome, dude. That's great.
I got some other sick stuff. Go to coldcutsmerch.com/Ian
Cold Cuts
Fidance.
merch.
Yeah,
Who's that?
Johnny Cold Cuts.
Johnny Cold Cuts. Nice.
Yeah.
The friend of yours, Mike? It sounds like a fucking
It's his alter
some
ego.
fat wop. Oh, Joe DeRosa is doing your Joey Cold Cuts. He's doing your merch too. God, I can't wait. I would love to see the usurious rates Ian is paying from JohnnyColdCuts.com.
What?
He's probably taking 70% of your merch.
Dude, if I pay $40 per shirt, I net. Fuck.
I'm just guessing. No. That's just my guess.
No, it's good.
That's good. All right.
Yeah.
Point rescinded.
Yeah.
Ian, I got a great idea. We'll sell beer koozies with your name on them. I'll take 75.
What's your merch?
My merch? I had T-shirts for a little bit that I was selling
what
just
were
through
they?
email. You know, I was doing it kind of old-fashioned.
You still selling pasta sauce?
No, not really.
That was awesome, though. That was useful.
Yeah, thanks. My heart's not really in it anymore.
Of course.
I don't know. It's kind of a pain.
You're
in
out of the
ass.
pasta sauce
I'm out of
game?
the
You can't
pasta
ship
sauce
pasta
game.
sauce,
It's hard to
can you?
ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Wow.
What happened, man? What was the end of the pasta sauce for you?
I think I just got tired of carrying the jars around. They were
It was a
really
lot.
heavy.
I do remember you selling them at Funny Moms. you just double parked your car at Come On Everybody, popped the trunk, and these fucking Come Town fans were like, "Thank you, Mr. Recine. Thank you for your basil sauce." Those were good times, man. Good sauce. I had a jar myself.
Very good sauce.
Very good sauce.
Yeah, got it from you at the creek years ago.
Yeah.
Wow. Yep. That's beautiful, man.
Memories.
Let me ask you this, Ian. Why did you feel the need to? When did you leave your house?
Here we go.
Well, it's
Here we go. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
It's one thing.
Go ahead.
The moment you walked into my home, you started shitting. You needed to shit, which feels like. Have you been out all day?
I have.
Where were you before this?
Podcasting.
And whose facilities were you at before this?
My podcast.
Your person. So you were at your house.
I was in my house.
You couldn't shit in your own house.
In Ian's defense, the bathroom at Gas Digital is disgusting.
Oh yeah, you live there. That's right.
You know where I live, dickhead. You're on the podcast. Some say too often. Anyway, dude, I got an hour and a half of sleep. I could not sleep last night. I fell asleep at 8:30. I woke up at 10. I woke back up again.
You come from your house and you
10:30.
shit in my house
immediately.
immediately?
Because we left. I met him. Don't give me this.
I will give it to you.
The first thing I had to eat
He
today.
took a shit in my car, too.
Well, Benny had his
He used my toddler potty. He took a shit in my car.
I had yogurt and I had string cheese and too much coffee. And I felt like I was going to get sick in his car. I had to turn the window down and just
turn it down, huh?
Pull it down.
And what about you? But why? What stopped you from shitting in your home?
What
That's all
stopped
I'm asking.
you? Because I didn't have to shit at my house. It hit me when I got here because I had some cigarettes flowing, some coffee, and also let me reverse Uno you. How come you don't have any toilet paper?
Because I'm running a fucking podcast here, not a porta potty business.
For yourself.
Yeah.
I got
a
my
man of your stature should have.
I have
toilet paper.
You think I'm
for
giving you
months.
my personal supply?
You don't even have a personal supply. I went through the closet.
Yeah,
There's no personal.
You don't know that. You don't know where my toilet paper is. I'm trying to dissuade you. I'm trying to stop you from shitting in my home.
No. This was not just because Ian's coming over, hide the wares. This was an unkempt.
First of all, you don't need to know whether I have toilet paper or not.
I know you don't.
You've been
'cause
here
there's
2
none in that
minutes
bathroom,
and you're shitting
none
in my
that-
fucking house.
And also, it looks like you've been plucking chicken feathers on your couch.
Nice, man. That's a good joke that everyone will be able to get. What What does that mean, Ian?
There's feathers.
Oh, there's
all over your
I have
couch.
goose down. All right, a couple feathers came out. You don't shit in a man's home 5 minutes into getting there, unless you come right off the road. You came from your.
Well, maybe he
you
didn't want to
don't-
interrupt
I
the
came
pod.
off the
Maybe he didn't
road.
want to interrupt the podcast.
Yeah.
You just
I
could have shit in his
immediately
house.
quit podcasting
Yeah.
in my place and went to meet Mike and then came here. It is an innocuous thing that you're picking out to rib me on.
It's 1:30.
Yes.
1:30. You had
I didn't
to
take
go
a shit
back
when
to
I
back.
woke up. I woke up immediately with people at my house to do the fucking podcast because I couldn't sleep.
So you woke
Mr.
up at-
Empathy and
I'm not Mr. Empathy. I've never claimed to be Mr.
Hey,
it was
by
a
the way-
sarcastic nickname.
Hey, just a little tip. If you need toilet paper, don't get the toilet paper from Trader Joe's.
Oh.
It's cheap, but I've never had more
Your
doo-doo
ass
all over
is-
my hands. Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's tough.
It like doesn't work.
How did you? Yeah.
It rips.
I hate the sandpapery. That's one thing I do. For the
You gotta
finest
splurge.
toilet
Yeah,
paper
yeah, yeah.
in the world. Also, I'm a bidet guy these days.
Are
Okay.
you? Because you don't
Yeah.
have one here.
Yeah, that's the
talking.
Ian bathroom.
Yeah, first of all, you had to shit. There's no
Last
good
time
one
I was
for
here,
you
I
to shit.
showered in that bed.
Yeah, exactly.
And
It's
this
like,
time I shit.
and you know what? Yeah, fuck you, Ian. You overuse my facilities every time you're here. And by the way, the last time you're like, I'm gonna go on a date, and then you didn't go. You just showered for no reason in my house.
He canceled.
So you just took a shower in my house and then went to your house afterwards. So the last 2 times you've been
In
here.
the interim of me showering and getting to my phone, I then found out that she canceled the date.
Fuck you, dude. Don't say her name.
Now, do you think this is
Bleep that
God?
out.
Do you think this is God trying to tell you you're having too much homosexual sex?
The funniest thing is I have not been having home for a while. I was not having homosexual sex. Sex with a woman with a penis is not homosexual.
Okay.
It's cool.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. We'll give
cool
you that.
sex.
We'll give you that. Is that what you're on? Is that the vibe you're on these days?
a little while ago.
A little while ago. Yeah, whatever. Nice, dude.
Oh, when's this coming out?
yeah. By the time this is out, Ian will have completely relapsed on male cum.
No relapse.
You're right.
I'm not off it.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So you shit.
Look, hey, I'm sorry for assuming we were friends and I could go to the bathroom in your house.
To immediately shit is kind of like, you know.
Is on it? No kayfabe.
To come from
no kayfabe.
Don't say
no
that.
Jokes. No, like for the pot. Is that
there's
a rude
no
thing
bit?
to do?
There's no bit. I'm really mad at you for
really are?
shitting in my house.
Really? I'm sorry.
You came right from your house and then shit in my house. Didn't say hello. You come in.
I complimented you on your smooth skin.
You come in, but
He answers the door shirtless. Like you think I don't think it's okay to shit in your house with the way you answered the door? You're shirtless in your underwear. You just woke up.
I was wearing
from a
pants.
hibernation.
I was wearing shorts.
Barely.
You're either wearing shorts or you're not. What were they hanging off my cock?
Yeah.
Anyway, to immediately come in from your house and shit within moments and then come out, where's your toilet paper? Bad move, man.
I honestly, I didn't think it was that bad of a move. Because A, we're friends. B, when you gotta go, you gotta go. You would understand. We're all
Why
guys.
would I understand?
Because you're a person. You're a human. You understand that if you go to the bathroom, you gotta go to the bathroom.
Whatever, man. We can table this discussion. I just
See, this is why I wear diapers.
Yeah, Mike's been shitting himself this whole time. Can we get a ruling from Mike and then Eldis?
I'm gonna shit my diaper mid-pot.
How do you feel? And also, I lit what toilet paper was left on fire to get rid of the smell because I'm fucking kind.
Nice,
and I didn't
man.
want anything to stink.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Sorry.
Eldis,
I have stomach issues.
Can we get a ruling from Eldis and Recine? And if
Yes.
I'm going to play devil's advocate for Ian here.
Thank you.
There's many a time when I've had to come here really early to do work, and the first thing I do is go straight to the shitter. I think it's just
you
more
put in
time.
8 hours here, though. Ian's here for 2 hours. 15 minutes of that he spent
the first
shitting.
thing he did was walk in and take a shit.
Because this is his job.
This
is his fucking job.
I
He comes
just
in, he
came from a
shits.
job to another job. We masquerade as fun truth tellers and the modern philosophers of the day. But really,
Who
this
taught
is
you
JMB,
masquerade?
brother.
Who taught you the word masquerade, man?
Under this facade of hee-hees and ha-has and telling it like it is.
God, I always remember that
We're
Ian used to teach children.
Clocking in and clocking out. It was a different time.
Imagine
They
how
didn't do background checks.
Imagine how fucked those kids are where you were their English teacher.
Well, they had to watch him shit every day. Yeah. Walk into the bathroom.
Well, this was a different time. I was less wild, happy, and free than I am today.
Maybe you know what? Maybe there is a reason society represses some people. You know what I mean? Maybe some people.
Fully, I should be punished.
You need the structure, Ian.
This free society we're living in is not okay.
Well, anyway, let's get to the matter at hand. Who's your favorite Greek Independence Day heroes, guys? Who would you say is your number one? There's Yorios Karaiskakis. There's Kolokotroni, of course, the general.
Yeah.
Bubulina and Spetses, who was, donated some of her personal family's fortune. And then, of course, there's Lord Byron, the British probably bisexual, homosexual man.
That's my guy. That's my guy. I love you, Lord Byron. Thanks for all you did.
He was a poet, and he loved ancient Greece so much. He came from his lordship and went to Greece to help slaughter no good Turks. And so we salute him.
I like that.
Yeah, you're a Lord Byron guy, probably. Rigas Fereos, of course, who kind of looks like me. Bring up Rigasferos.
Do you know all this off the top of your head?
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Fereos, yeah, there you go. Is that my? Yeah, there's my. Kind of looks like me,
that's
right?
awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Does he also not have toilet paper?
Maybe.
I like anybody who fights oppressive forces for their independence.
That's right.
Because,
That's right.
Because then you have Western media lying about you, saying that you raped women.
At least I had the decency to keep my shit in the toilet.
No, I agree with Mike. I agree. If the mainstream media was around right now, we'd be talking
They'd be calling
about
this guy a rapist.
Yeah. All he's trying to do is get the
Rigas Farios.
Get the Turks out of his motherland.
Yes.
We were,
Exactly.
we were indigenous to the territories that the Turks took over. So suck my dick, Ottoman Empire. Fuck you.
Yeah.
We did it, baby. Zito y elas.
Yeah, there's a reason why we call the things we put our feet on Ottomans.
I don't think it's taken from that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
I don't think it is.
It's a little thing.
I don't think it is, man.
Subconsciously, it reminds you.
Why are you doing a British accent? Very good stuff, Ian.
My jacket's coming off. Let's have fun.
Take the jacket off, man. Take the jacket off.
So that was like the 1700s that they
1821. 1821.
This guy died in 1798. It says.
He was like a poet. His poetry was like it was also like 1821 is when we first kind of took a little land back,
Okay.
but the uprisings were kind of beginning in parts of Greece from all over the place. But March 25th, 1821 there was like a Greek federation that was like suck our dicks, Turks, and then we got the, you know what I mean, taking back what's ours.
So the Ottomans, they were doing a lot of fucked up shit in the
Absolutely.
right, because the Armenian genocide was what, like 100 years later.
Yeah. No, they were.
And the lady that owns my daycare is Turkish. She's
no good.
Real money grubber.
No good.
We should read some of his poems. Do you have any?
I'm sure we can find some. I remember his big line was, well, you know what's interesting? Greeks at the time, the concept of modern Greece was kind of made up for the Greek independence, Greek independence. They considered them, like, we consider the Byzantine Empire, the Eastern Roman Empire, we consider that a separate empire, but they consider themselves Romans. So his poetry, he talks about how he's a Roman and he's going to die a Roman. He was like, Romeos, Yenidke que Romeos Tapethano, I believe, was some of the... But I remember reading that and being like, why is he calling himself Roman? But that was what... Because Greeks were just... Our culture was just all over we considered ourselves Romans because they stole all our shit, and the Byzantine Empire was an Orthodox empire.
You don't think they made it a little better?
Huh?
You don't think they made it a little better?
Nah.
You don't think it was good they acclimated to the place they went to?
They acclimated? What do you mean?
They learned the language?
What are you talking
The
about?
Romans?
What the fuck are you talking
Wait,
about?
did they... What are you talking about?
No, you tried to do a little joke. Mike was kind of knew what he was talking about. He's actually Italian.
No, I'm a little confused.
Yeah, of course you are.
Yeah, what happened?
Anyway, the Eastern Roman Empire was an ethnically Greek empire, and the Greeks under Ottoman control considered themselves Roman. They didn't consider themselves Greek.
It's so hard to be a Greek poet because what rhymes with souvlaki?
Interesting. Munaki, which means pussy.
Oh, yeah?
Little pussy, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we actually have that ready to go.
All right.
Yep. But you're right, man. It is
Suck
difficult.
my own cocky.
Very nice. Very nicely done. So you have Turkish daycare, huh?
Cocky eats souvlaki.
A little Munaki.
Yeah, it's a trifecta.
I didn't realize he died in Serbia. Interesting. So how's your son taking to daycare, bro? How old is he now? 3.5?
He's
4?
2.5.
Oh, 2.5.
I'll tell him the diaper thing. It's really
The
fun.
diaper thing?
Yeah.
He's like peeing on the potty now. So the
Nice.
other day yesterday I was like, hey, we got to put on underwear. And he was like, no. And I go, okay, you want to wear a diaper like a baby? And he goes, goo goo gaga. We should get him in here. He's pretty.
That is good. That's
funny.
good.
Yeah.
So cute.
Damn, my man loves diapers, huh?
Yeah, he's going through a little Ninja Turtle phase. That's pretty cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you think his favorite turtle is?
I'm going to say your son, Leonardo.
Leonardo, yeah.
Pretty
I was gonna say
good.
Donatello.
Oh, yeah.
See that? I know his son better, and I barely have seen the kid. Yeah. I was a Raphael guy, personally.
Were you?
I was.
Because revisiting it.
Little attitude, had the dagger shit. I was like, he could actually kill someone with those. He's dealing with a real weapon.
Which I heard that Psy are like peacekeeping weapons.
Yeah,
is what
but
I've heard.
when you're a little kid, they look like
They look like
daggers.
daggers, yeah.
But they are, they're supposed to be, you're supposed to like disarm swords with them.
Yeah.
But like, when you're a kid, you're like, yeah, this guy could kill someone.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm rewatching it. He's a little cunty, though.
He is. He's
Yeah.
a dickhead. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
think
was
I like
the
that.
one with attitude.
He was. He had an anger problem.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I like that.
All the
He was
kids
a closet
that chose to be-
homosexual.
That's why he,
out on everybody.
All you
That's why
guys
he
think
left
about
them.
is chicks. Let's fucking practice karate, for fuck's sake. No, I don't want to go out and talk to April. Let's all get oiled up and fucking wrestle so that we're ready to fight the hand.
That's
April,
why
you
he
look
left.
disgusting.
That's why he left them, because he put on his trench coat to go cruising. He was in a horrific cruising accident on the roof.
Yeah,
Well, it's
dude.
fun. In the theme song of the cartoon, they make everyone out to be so cool, and then Donatello is like the brains of everything, and they just
Yeah.
describe him by going,
He does
and
machines.
he does machines, which is the dumbest sounding thing to say.
He does machines,
he's
bro.
the brains of everything.
But when you're a 2.5-year-old kid,
you want to do
ooh,
machines,
machines.
yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite was Donatello. Who'd you like?
Michelangelo, hands down. I mean,
party
even
son.
like revisiting the series,
He
I'm
was
like,
goofy.
He's awesome.
He's
yeah.
eating pizza.
Yeah.
See, to me, it felt like Michelangelo was like
Trying
too
too hard?
easy of a. Everyone picked him because he liked pizza. No disrespect.
No, I know, but there's a reason why everybody
I
likes him.
know.
I think
That's why I think. That's also why I picked
picked
Raph, because it
Raphael.
was the like. It was no one was. The daggers were cool, but they also he didn't really fuck anyone up with them, and he was kind of an asshole. And I do
Yeah.
feel like no one really picked him.
Yeah.
Eldest.
I just don't know the franchise that well.
I remember. He was watching some Albanian knockoff. The Ninja Raccoons.
Yuri's poison frogs. The Yuri's Jew killing frogs. We will take down the Jew from Albania. We will use our sharp rocks to kill the Jew who takes money from us. Go Yuri's Jew killing frogs. Yuri's Jew killing frogs.
Instead of Shredder, it's Lender.
We will banish them from the hills of Albania.
Why are all of the enemies rats?
I gotta say, nunchucks are like not a great weapon though.
I was thinking
No.
that.
I was trying to beat my wife the other night.
And the chain kept getting tangled. You couldn't really get a good twirl going.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
honey, just bear with me. Just stay where you keep cowering.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eventually figure this out.
I ended up with more bruises than her. Ow!
but two katanas versus nunchucks, it's kind of like
Yeah.
a big disadvantage.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the staff I felt was the most conservative weapon, because you could keep people at bay and also like whack them from behind, hit them
Yeah.
and everything. That seemed like the best for fighting multiple guys at once.
Totally.
you know?
Yeah.
But I mean, you combine the four. And
Maybe he's the gay one. He's like, stay away from me, girls.
And the easiest thing to put up your ass. You know,
right.
It's like, why is there a suction cup at the end of your staff?
I'm sharpening my weapon. Leave me alone.
Yeah, we're due for a gritty reboot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
what
I
if
like
they
that
made-
frog. We should maybe try to sell that.
Yuri's
Yeah.
Jew killing frogs. The number
colored
one
tracksuits
children
and-
show Albania. Yuri becomes the president of Albania.
That would be cool. Like,
Slobodan, Bashkim, Angel, Islam. Together we make the Yuri killing frog.
I'm not really familiar with the franchise. How the fuck can you not know the Ninja Turtles?
I watched it when I was a kid. I honestly don't remember much about it except the pizza looked awesome.
We did look awesome. And I think it's the reason to this day I like pepperoni mushroom pizza. Because the mushrooms, I was not a mushroom liking kid.
They
but they
always
just
had-
looked
Yeah,
so
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
And I remember the first time I requested mushrooms and they came out like little, like chopped up black ones. And I was like, mushrooms are gray, bell shaped things. I was like, this is bullshit.
They did a lot of Really bad things for the anchovy industry.
That is true.
Could not get me to try anchovies.
I love anchovies, though.
But they are
They're
good.
great.
I'm obsessed with anchovies.
They're good
man.
now.
Hated them
Yeah.
because of the turtles.
I agree. That is one
Hey,
thing.
if
That
we
is a
could-
mark of shame.
If we could take a little break from the comedy and do a little Racine's food corner,
Please.
a little baguette with some butter and some anchovies.
Nothing wrong with
It's
that.
a great snack.
Or you get a nice anchovy in oil, in olive oil with garlic.
Okay.
Just smear those fuckers on a little.
I eat those
something.
like I'm Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. No, they're delicious.
Pretend they're alive.
Oh, do you?
Well, I bet if I had diarrhea,
I bet if I shit every fucking house I went to,
Things are
If I was having-
right inside my body.
if I was having complications from ACT and shitting constantly, too, I would be able to keep a figure.
Don't you wish you had this body? My medical bills are through the roof.
I do love how self-conscious you are about being fat, Recine. The
Yeah.
second you gain any weight, you're like, you really do. You talk about your tits all the time.
yeah.
Do you have a?
I don't know how to lean into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a shame.
Well, 'cause I
you're
used-
already in dad mode. You know, that's part of it.
I know. I keep thinking that maybe I could. There's a chance of being like a hot guy.
Yeah. Why do you want that though?
What's that?
See, that's what's interesting to me because I figure if I was ever married,
Yeah.
and then have kids, it's like I would never try and get at my hottest then, because then it's like, what's
Right.
the best case scenario? You cheat on your wife,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right.
if you become
still have like I can be a hot guy with the size clothes you buy. Because a lot of the times you wear really tight fitting clothes.
Okay.
And it's like you're drawing attention to your tits, but you are an attractive guy.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah.
wear a little baggier clothing until you lose the
the
weight.
man is in a fucking
You're saying I should
2XL
go
hoodie
through-
right now.
No. The last time I saw you was like tight.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And but I think you're an attractive
I should do a little wigger face.
man. Yeah.
Dude, start wearing fucking South
You know
Pole.
what? I did.
State property.
I did find a Travis Kelce jersey on the street the other day. It was like a XL, and I put it on. It was like, it fit me very loose.
Yeah,
I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, welcome to
I
the
should
XL
start doing it.
brotherhood.
Yeah.
Welcome to the.
Yeah.
Once you start hitting those X's, it's tough to go back.
Right.
And it just grow. The X's keep growing.
Yeah. Well, you feel like royal, you know?
Absolutely.
You feel like royalty.
When it's draped over you, it feels nice.
yeah.
So what you do? What would be like I guess what's the point of being a hot guy? You're married. You have a kid.
Oh, I
You
thought
just
you were
want-
asking me.
No.
I'll let you feel this.
No. It is well documented. You give yourself 3 points too many. You spot yourself 3 points on the attractiveness
Because
scale.
I have to. Or else I spiral.
Yeah, that is true. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna stop trying to get you to see reality, Ian, because
Thank
it's a
you.
grim picture.
Thank you. I agree. Hey, wait. No.
I want you to avoid the Ren and Stimpy close-up of your reality and just keep it rosy and
One of the most popular
butterflies.
shows of all time. I'll take that as
Yep.
a nice comparison.
I believe the creator was a groomer, right? Didn't he like
I would like a different
didn't he
comparison.
molest a girl or something? Which
Why
is
is this the thing you look up?
Yeah.
We're talking about Ninja Turtles and all these things. And now you're
and
like,
then
Ren
I
and
was like,
Stimpy molester.
Ren and Stimpy rape, accused of
Oh,
predatory.
no.
Yeah, it's a.
Did you ever play the Ren and Stimpy video game on Sega?
I don't think I did,
Oh, my God.
but yeah,
Frogs, lenders buying up all the abandoned buildings in the city.
we must stop him. We must rile up Muslims to get away. Let them do dirty work for us. We tell Muslim to have big problem. We will let them fight. We take it everything afterwards. You're Jewish, anti-Jewish frogs. Number one Albania
This is
talk
such a
show
funny-
for
this is
children.
such a funny Google search. What did the Ren and Stimpy guy do?
Yeah, in 2018, Crick
I hope-
Falusi.
Yeah, I hope if you Google what did Mike Recine do, it's not showed his penis to a couple. you
Let's
know?
look it up, Elvis. What did Mike Recine do? Let's see what the Mike Recine do wrong. Wait, why did that?
What did Mike Recine do wrong?
What did Mike finish it? Right, Recine do? Yeah, keep going.
wife.
Wrong. Click on that and see what happens.
I guess.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Oh, nothing. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Ooh, Vulture. Mike Recine isn't trying to offend.
Now let's do Ian.
No. Keep it as me being a molester.
Fidance. Do.
Nothing.
Do wrong.
What did Ian Fidance do to Mike Recine? That's what Google autocorrects. Oh, that's awesome. Let's see what it says.
It's me raping him.
Matt with Mike Recine. Oh, nothing good.
Yeah.
Mike Recine. Oh, look, it's relationship expert Ian Fidance. I wonder what he's shitting on you for there. That's good, though. I can't wait to see Eldest click.
Cocksucker. Maybe this is one of your tweets that you did that I had to call you and go, what's the matter with you?
No.
Yeah, well, you know.
Couples therapy is the death rattle of every relationship. A classic Fidance has it figured out tweet. I do make.
Where's the line? Where's the line? Come on, y'all. Where is the
God,
line?
I love when you're making points, Ian. It's one of my favorite things in the world.
Modern philosophers.
I do miss the era where I would just reply so true to maybe 40% of your tweets.
That was in my I'm trying to figure it out phase. Yes, I'm glad we're in giving up on that idea phase of my life.
There was nothing funnier than when he was on Kumia with Alan Dershowitz.
That was incredible, dude.
Dude, the most incredible part was
It was like his old headshot.
Months later, I'm hanging out with Stavvy, and that's his background photo.
We've never discussed it, but for years my background photo was the
Dude, that
compound
motherfucker, they didn't tell me
poster.
that until I walked in the studio.
Like, oh, by the way,
And they go, oh, hey, are you okay with this? And I was like, what the fuck?
I know.
And then
it was really funny the early days of Compound. You would just walk in and everyone would do it because it's like, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, he's got an audience. Like, let's
Yeah,
get.
it
And
was
you would
insane.
walk in and you don't know who. It's like, oh, here's a blind Nazi. I remember I walked in there and literally it was me and Nick were doing it, and the other guest was a racist porn star who did rub my cock through my jeans. So it wasn't all bad.
Dude, I did ask him, I go, do you think you defend Epstein about being a pedophile because you've been accused of being a pedophile? And then he was like, well, thank you for this interview.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah. Former Harvard Law president Alan Dershowitz couldn't handle a debate with Ian Fidance.
How's that for telling it like it is?
That's so awesome. Yeah, I remember. That's still.
That was
ooh.
Yeah, they would do that to you. It was
know.
like, oh, dude, I get into Racine's car today and he's listening to Anthony Cumia. I swear to God,
The classics?
He's listening to
It
old
was an
O&A.
Oh, old O&A's classic
And,
stuff,
and,
though.
and it was that thing of like, yeah, wow, Cumia, fucking O&A, and then you get on, and it's like the most insane situation you're in.
I know.
And you're like, well, I guess I'm fucking here.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I did it with when Soder was guest hosting it, so that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
It was just me and Soder basically.
Oh, that's
you know,
great.
Doing it, but you know, it was funny when you were like, oh, cool, it's the guy from O&A, and then because I wasn't paying attention to anything that was going on. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh no, what's happened here? Like you're like, oh god.
Yeah, you're like, this is what
Yeah,
world
Gavin
have I got
McGinnis
myself
is just
in?
hanging out.
Yeah.
He's fucking dropping N-bombs in the green room.
Yeah.
It's like,
They're promoting a book on a guy who measures skulls. Yo, I gotta get out of here. But then it was that thing they had Artie on too. And then Artie
Yeah.
Lang was on, and you're like, oh my God, Artie Lang. And then you get in the studio, and he's like missing a nose.
yeah,
you're like, what?
yeah. That
What?
was tough.
Like,
I walk in, I'm like, Grandma?
yeah, you're like, what realm?
Is that
have
my
I walked
nona?
into? You know?
Is that my beautiful Nostrega nonna?
And now everybody on the show is like, here's the new show from the pool guy who hung around long enough, he got his own thing.
I love that they were literally doing the level of like political discourse was during the Colin Kaepernick stuff. They were wearing like coal blackface.
No.
For a man who's like, you know, it's like, first of all, you shouldn't do blackface, but it's like Colin Kaepernick has the same complexion as like a tan Italian.
Right.
It's like
You and him have the same
Even Kumia.
Yeah. Anyway, whatever.
He has worse hair.
Anyway, catch Ian's new program over at Compound Media. Live, Laugh, Love with Ian Fidance coming to Compound Media.
Queer talk. Let's take a phone call. Faggot. Let's take a phone call. Kill yourself. Let's take a phone call.
Do you follow that guy Shelby on Twitter? He's like used to work for Ron and Fez. He's really, really funny, great Twitter follow. But he had this tweet where he took Kumia's tweet being like, I'm going back to the hospital. They can't really figure out what's wrong with me. And he put it next to like the photo of Obama and Hillary watching the Osama Bin Laden video. I was like, this guy's good.
I don't know. Sounds good. Man, what I wouldn't give to be in that war room, just killing Osama. You and your girl, you know, must have felt awesome.
It felt awesome.
Must have felt good, like, where you're like, oh, yeah, this is just going to be... There's no one is going to be mad at me for this. There's no one in America, like, this feels cool. And I don't know, do you guys remember they killed it. They got Osama.
And they dumped his body off.
And then they let John Cena announce it?
Well, no. He announced it at WWE, but they killed him. And then, like, the day after, it was the correspondence dinner. And Obama knew that, like, on Monday they were going to announce that they killed Osama. So he was, dude, if you go back and watch him, dude, he's just got, like, the biggest smirk, like, the biggest shit-eating... Like, he's just like, I don't care about these little roasts from Seth Meyers. Tomorrow, people are going to find out I killed Osama Bin Laden. It was fucking awesome.
David Cross is doing coke in the bathroom at the same time. Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah, he said he did coke at the correspondence dinner.
Nice.
Like, underneath the table or something. And then I think it got outshined by the fact that Obama killed Osama Bin Laden.
And he did it himself. People don't know that. Obama flew over there. He used a gun from one of his homeboys. From one of his Chicago Muslim homies. And he actually held the gun sideways. After identifying his body, the military brought him aboard the USS
He sent
Carl
Brother
Vinson.
Muzone and Omar.
Yeah. So Osama's body was aboard the USS Carl Vinson and buried him in the northern Arabian Sea the same day. The U.S. took political, religious, and practical factors in consideration when deciding how to bury Bin Laden's body.
I'm still confused about how that all went down because I remember he made the announcement, then they were just like deflecting on what exactly happened with the body, and it's like they just tossed this cocksucker in the ocean. Like
I think so.
They just released like a sketchy video of him looking kind of dead or something of his face, but it was sketchy.
I think I guess I guess what I heard the thought process was you don't want to like give him a grave that'll become like a place for like
For me to go visit.
Yeah. But also it means like make it a grave and booby trap and just keep catching terrorists. It's like, I don't see what the problem is. They're gonna
Put
keep
up a live stream.
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah. Put his grave and then put a cardboard box with a little stick on top of it, and then once they go, they knock it over and they're trapped there, dude. Smart.
Well, why did everyone just believe that in a heartbeat? And then that's not the thing that people glom onto. But then they're like, he wasn't born in America.
Yeah,
that was like
that
the
is true.
thing.
It does feel like there should be a little more conspiracy theories about Osama bin Laden still being alive somewhere. We never saw shit, you know.
Yeah.
Like, why not? Let's start that up. That's a fun old school conspiracy.
Let's
theory.
get that going.
Him and Tupac are hanging out with Hitler in Argentina.
Wild, happy, and free Osama bin Laden hashtag.
Well, he does. I mean,
Dude, you know what? I did watch the Bernie Mac show this weekend.
great show.
Yeah. And
His wife,
she's pretty
incredible
hot.
cans.
Yeah.
That's so fun. I watch Everybody Hates Chris this weekend.
Really?
Oh, wow.
killer
We watched
weekend
two
for-
black shows.
We can say whatever we want.
Two black comedies from the 2000s.
Well, no, it's funny.
We're not like the other white guys.
Hanging out, we both watch old school
Watching black
comedies
shows.
this weekend.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. But what were you saying?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. If the feds killed Bernie Mac because you don't see a lot of
Interesting.
you really don't see a lot of strong black men like
That's
that
true.
on TV anymore. You
That's
know,
why
he
they
like
took down Cosby too, right?
Well, he was
Probably,
gonna buy NBC. A lot of people don't know that, but he was in the final stages of purchasing NBC Universal. So the Illuminati had to stop that.
Yeah.
They just couldn't have that, man.
Why would they kill Bernie Mac?
I think it's because he was
I
a
love
strong.
it.
He was a provider. He took
Yep.
care of his family.
Yep.
He took in his sister's kids, but he was
That's right.
Play with none of
funny
that
and
gay
goofy. But he
foolishness.
wasn't. Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're trying to, he went against
Wouldn't
their
let his
agenda.
son wear a dress.
Yeah.
Continue.
Definitely not. He
You
was
just
great.
don't see a lot of men like that on TV anymore.
You're right. And
my
he was
little
great in
theory.
the Oceans franchise.
Yeah.
In Ocean's 11.
And he was really great at pumping me up for things, watching his I Ain't Scared of You Motherfuckers.
That's so funny that you would watch that and think,
yeah.
I do the same
what
thing
I
as
do.
this guy.
I wear pants with my own face on them in my living room.
I can see that.
Yelling at my cat.
I would pay probably $100,000 to put you in a time machine unprepared and just make you go in front of that same audience. Yeah. That would be the best thing in my life would be to watch.
I am scared.
I am scared of you motherfuckers. He's got to get escorted out.
Dude,
Get out of this room. I am scared of you.
You're just calling the police.
That's the only way I'll get on board with
He made his own money.
Yep.
He wasn't on welfare voting for Kamala Harris.
Yeah, he was a strong black role model, and I think they got him for that.
Yeah.
I agree
Obama
with you.
took him out.
Obama took him out. Yeah, because his bitch was finer.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
TV bitch was fine. She was
Obama couldn't handle it.
He couldn't handle it.
Yeah, he was upset.
handle it, dude.
Bernie Mac's TV wife was hotter than Michael Obama.
What time did good one? What was the year that what year did he die? Did Bernie Mac die?
Like 2007, 2008, I think.
Let's just make sure.
I heard
died
that
in
he
03.
insulted Obama to his face. He roasted Obama.
Yes.
And then he was dead a few.
08, right? Yeah.
I don't know any.
It was actually
Before the
right.
Phillies won the World Series.
Oh, it was right before he was elected.
Bush killed him.
Elected, yeah.
It was Bush.
Whoa, wait a minute. He
might-
did insult Obama?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
Somebody sent me an article that I did not read.
Bernie Mac makes crude joke at Obama
Yeah, makes
event.
crude joke at Obama.
Oh, I would love to know what it was.
I heard he fucking his chef.
He in the limousine sucking dick.
Joked about menopause, sexual infidelity, and promiscuity. Use occasional crude language. My little nephew came to me.
Okay, hold on. My little nephew came to me and he said, "Uncle, what's the difference between a hypothetical question and a realistic question?" Max said, I don't know, but I said, go upstairs and ask your mother if she'd make love to the mailman for $50,000. As the joke continued, the punchline evoked an angry response from at least one person in the audience who said it was offensive to women. It's not funny. Let's get Barack on. A man. Oh, so this was him opening for Barack Obama, and he's talking about go ask your mom if she fucked the mailman for $50K. And dude, a man shot which paid. This is an event where they paid $2,300 each, a fundraiser where it was $2,300 to attend. About 15 minutes later, Obama tried to smooth things over with a joke of his own. We can't afford to be divided by race. We can't afford to be divided by region or by class. And we can't afford to be divided by gender, which, by the way, that means, Bernie, you got to clean up your act next time. Boo.
Yeah.
Boo. This is a
those fucking
family
liberals
affair,
love
by
that.
the way. By the way, I'm just messing with you, man. The instant due response from Obama's campaign was criticized Mac for. I mean, it is awesome to be like, oh, look who it is, Jen Psaki's dumbass. Senator Obama told Bernie Mac that he doesn't condone these statements and he believes what was said was inappropriate.
For the mailman joke?
Yeah, I think
That's such
so.
a tame.
Do you know how the joke finishes, though?
How does it end?
He goes, go ask the mailman if your mom would have sex with him for $50,000. And then, go back to the setup. He goes, Uncle, what's the difference between a hypothetical question and a realistic question? Said, I don't know, but I said, go upstairs and ask your mother if she'd make love to the mailman for $50,000. So the kid goes, asks the mom, the mom says yes. And he goes, okay, so hypothetically, your mom made $50,000. Realistically, she's a whore.
Oh, that's the joke.
That's the joke. Yeah.
I love that Ian has an encyclopedic knowledge of hack street jokes.
I love it. It's the way it was told to me was different. Was a kid goes to his dad, what's the difference between theory and practice? And then, he goes, go ask your mom if she'd have sex with a neighbor for $1 million.
Gotcha.
Go ask your sister if she'd have sex with a neighbor for
All
$1
right,
million.
we got it.
Yes, and he goes, theoretically, we're millionaires. Realistically, we live with a bunch of whores. Which I think is better.
That's a better joke.
I would have told it better.
That's a better joke for sure. That's awesome though that he did that to open for Obama when he was like about to become president.
But what did Bernie Mac say in response to Obama?
I don't
Didn't
think
he say
said,
something? Because
I
didn't
don't
it
think
say?
so. Who gives a fuck?
Oh, I thought you said he insulted Obama to his face.
That's what I thought. Yeah, but I didn't read the article.
Misinformation.
Well, either way, I
Recine
think
strikes again.
I think they probably killed him. I think they killed him for that.
When was this speech?
This was in 2008. Actually, pretty close to when Bernie died. This was in June or July, and then he died in August.
How did he die?
Obama.
Heart attack gun?
Heart attack, yeah.
The heart attack gun. They're like,
gun.
I think what happens is the two candidates, they get one weekend with the heart attack gun just to try it out. It's like, just to be like, get used to using this. Sarcoidosis is an inflammatory disease that often attacks multiple organs. Bernie Mac suffered from sarcoidosis. Well, either way, it disproportionately affects African Americans. So, it was Obama for sure. I think we can agree Obama killed Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
I think. Never mind.
Go ahead.
I should have just confidently said it.
That's all right, man.
A lot of those black
Probably got it from smoking Newports.
Oh, God. I should have said it confidently. And he did the voice really was brutal. The voice was so horrible.
Did you hit a button on this? What button did you hit?
That was the audience, dude.
Cheering?
Yeah, they loved it.
Fuck.
I saw a friend of mine the other night, and he goes, I kind of went down this Twitter rabbit hole of people saying that Michael Jackson was framed and set up and then murdered. So that's fun.
That is fun. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was just on Eddie Griffin's Twitter. One of the best weekends of my life. And no man has ever insisted that Michael Jackson is straight harder than Eddie Griffin. He literally told. I was just hosting for him, and he was like, I saw him fuck women. He was. Yeah, I swear to God. Then he was like, and then he told me like a story about how they were like hanging out, and then he was like, all right, see you later, Mike, and then like. And then he just they went their own way, and Eddie Griffin is just walking away, sees Michael Jackson was fucking a woman with such ferocity that his tour bus was rocking back and forth. So like he fucked the way like the Tasmanian devil fucks.
You sure wasn't a bunch of kids trying to clamber out of a fucking tour bus?
It was awesome, man.
That's
he loved
wild.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he also, I've said this before, but he also says that Magic Johnson willingly got AIDS in exchange for half of Los Angeles' real estate, according to Eddie Griffin. So
Whoa.
it's possible.
Yeah.
There's compete.
I mean, if that money's in escrow, he's fucking.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, can I get AIDS?
Yeah.
I'll fucking get AIDS for half this block. I'll get AIDS for some fucking toilet paper.
Yeah, well, it's easy to get AIDS now. They got all kinds of different, medicines. It's basically like having,
It's not
having like
easy
a
to get
bad
asthma.
AIDS. It's like
Having asthma,
harder
yeah.
than ever to get AIDS.
I mean, it's easy to have it. Is what
It's
I
easy to
mean.
live with it.
Yeah.
Well, it's easy to live with HIV.
Right. AIDS you
But
still don't want.
having AIDS, it's still not a walk in the park.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Absolutely. What the fuck? Well, I was just gonna
Shout
say.
out PrEP. Shout out doxycycline.
You on anything, man?
I'm wild, happy, and free. My next special. Please, doctor, help me.
Your next special's a tie-in with PrEP. That would be cool. You should get
PrEP.
You literally should get PrEP money, dude. Yeah.
Dude, PrEP, if you're out there, sponsor me.
Yeah, why not?
We'll be right
Great.
back.
Yeah. You should, dude. Get that fucking money. Fuck, I was just going to say something and I forgot.
Remember that Kevin Hart tweet when he goes, Damon Jr. looks like a gay billboard for AIDS. That was like one of the old tweets that resurfaced. He goes, damn, Damon Jr., yeah. And he spelled billboard as 2 words.
Yeah, a billboard.
A billboard.
It is so funny that he was just a middling Philadelphia comedian.
Yeah.
And then he just became the most famous guy of all time.
Yeah.
Dude, when I would
He was like crashing on Big J. Okerson's couch.
Yeah.
When I was
Like, that's
working the Laugh
crazy.
House, so I started the club he started at in Philly. People would pose with DVDs of his behind glass after shows, and I would have to
crazy.
take their pictures.
That's insane.
I would like MC horribly.
U-Haul's trying to charge me $40 for a toll.
Oh, fuck them, dude.
yeah.
They don't have an Easy Pass?
No, they do, but you know.
U-Haul sponsor
them.
Recine.
Yeah.
That's true. What would your sponsorship be? Who would you want to sponsor? Ian's is Prep.
Oh, can I have prep too?
And
To
that's
show support for the
Yeah.
if you became ripped, right?
Mm-hmm.
But your wife was like, you can't fuck any women. Would you fuck men?
I don't think I'd be
On this
allowed to
couch?
fuck men.
But let's say you were.
yeah.
As a way to be like, let me measure how hot I am. What's the hottest? I can't get a hot girl. What's the hottest guy I can get? Would you do that just for your? Because you want to be.
Yeah, just to see how hot.
Because
of a
it seems
guy
like you
can
want to
get.
become hot, not for any reason other than your
for
own
myself.
self-esteem.
Yeah.
So it's just like a way to mark is your high water mark for how hot a guy you can, or how hot a person you can fuck.
Sure.
Would you do it?
But I feel like the bar is not that high for gay guys.
So you'd have to aim really high.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'd have to be beautiful. You'd have to be like a model or something.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know? I'm just wondering.
Like that guy that got a modeling contract after his mugshot came out.
That guy, yeah.
Remember him?
Yep.
He's a hot guy.
Yeah.
Mugshot Bay, I believe, was what they were calling him. The guy with the green eye, light-skinned guy with the green eyes. What's he up to these
I
days?
mean, what kind of country are you living in where you get famous off of being in prison?
Let's see what happened to him afterwards.
Read
Go to
your
his
book.
Yeah, read your book. That was that same weekend. What
was
happened?
that?
What happened? That was Eddie Griffin was claiming that there was going to be that Obama was going to force us to get a vaccine. And he was very anti-Obama, by the way. So maybe he did kill Bernie Mac. You know,
Yeah.
it's possible. But he hated Obama, and he said that. And this was before COVID. He was like, Obama is going to make us get a vaccine, and it is going to
Yeah,
Oh,
Mark
start
of
Eddie
the
Griffin, an
Beast.
apology, huh?
the mark of the beast.
Mark of the Beast. I remember that. I kind of bought into that
Yeah.
for a little bit.
Did you?
The guy I worked with, he would smoke weed and come over at lunch. We should read the Bible. And then when I went to rehab, he blessed my apartment with frankincense and myrrh. But then he took all my weed and drug paraphernalia and just used it.
Good. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
To save me from myself.
He did. That was a good guy.
Yeah, but that was the thing. Like the mark of the beast is coming. Obama with the chip. He's going to put a chip
Exactly.
in you.
It was the chip, and it was going to make us zombies if you got it.
Oh,
and it was,
I was
gonna.
told it was going to be death camps.
It was not. This is Eddie Griffin, and by the way, he's saying this in the green room. He's also saying it on stage, and he had the kind of mind where it was like what he was,
He was like,
saying.
is this anything?
Yeah. But it was almost like he's reminded of these stories, and literally everything he told us in the green room, like he really had a mind where it was like the guy is not stopping, and his tour manager was this giant jack dude who was like. He was like, yeah, man, this guy sleeps 2 hours a night max. He never shuts the fuck up. He has to get fucked up to go to bed. And so on his rider was 2 bottles of champagne and 2 bottles of tequila, and he would drink both each show. He would make champagne tequila cocktails in a fucking champagne flute.
And you're just like 22 years old, like, so I live with my mom?
Yeah. And he would go over, I mean, no exaggeration, by an hour and a half each show.
Yeah.
So it was like, by the end of it, they
Jokes or
fired.
just talking?
Just doing Eddie Griffin. And he was killing, and like most of the people stayed, dude. And like each show, then the late show would start late, and they just fired the feature. They're like, hey, you can't be here. And my time got cut. I was literally doing like 3 minutes. And it was like, well, do one joke and introduce Eddie Griffin. And then
Was he
and then they're
killing,
like,
or was it just kind of?
he was killing for the first 90 minutes.
Sure.
And then and even the first 2 hours, dude, the late shows, he would do like over 3 hours. It was crazy.
Of what?
Of just talking, dude. And of like the Michael Jackson stories. Obama, literally Obama is bringing the sign of the beast. And so Read Your Book comes from, he was talking about how, and he was like, yeah, it's in the Bible. They're going to make us zombies. They're going to, he had some kind of number of like our population was, Obama
you
was
still
going
have to stay to the end of the show to like close it out.
I had to go do a raffle. The Magooby, the fucking host, and dude, I can't wait to give him shit about this because he was like, he wouldn't let me go home for the late show.
Yeah.
And it was like, and he was like, yeah, you have to go.
like
We have to go
3
do.
a.m.
It's like, dude, you think these people are gonna stay for the raffle? They want to leave.
That's wild.
But yes, he said Obama was going to get our population down to some number from the Bible, like whatever it was from the Bible, and that, and then this old
Obviously,
woman,
that's like
and
not
then this
real,
old,
but he did put things in place to get it to happen because of COVID. Anyway, continue.
so true, and then. Thanks
He
for
said Obama's
thanks
chef
for
is gonna
stopping
drown in a
those
puddle.
stories. Yeah, yeah, he was gonna get liquid in his lungs.
Yeah.
And so he was saying that, and he was like, it's in the Bible. And then an old black woman who was there by herself, she was like in her
great.
late 60s, early 70s, was just like, read your book. Read your book. And like being like, yup, Eddie's so right. This is in the Bible. I read the Bible.
It's in the Bible that Obama's going to population of 60,000 people.
That was going to take the world back to like 60,000 or something crazy.
That was a book of Dookie Rotomy.
I told that story on maybe like the first episode of Come Town, I think. But it was like, that was one of the best. You know, it was one
It's
of the
so
funniest
funny to do like an
experiences of my
hour
life.
of comedy, be like, now I got to talk about something serious.
Yeah. It was awesome. Yeah, and he would do. And by the way, he did cumulatively probably 5 hours of material because he didn't repeat jokes.
Really?
It was like each night he
Was
would
it
do.
like crushing?
It really was for a lot of it, especially the Michael Jackson stuff, because he had like. Because he was a good. The thing is, he's an incredibly talented performer.
Yeah.
So he would say this insane shit, but his timing was great.
Yeah.
He had he was doing impressions. He was doing act outs. He literally for 15 minutes like danced like Michael Jackson.
Really?
Really well. Like it was like it was incredible. Like it was
All the new
Mooney.
shoes he would get each show.
Yeah, he did. I'm not kidding. He would get Air Force Ones. That was like, I saw that happen. He asked for brand new white Air Force Ones every show.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Doesn't that come out of his
Yeah,
money?
right. It does. Yeah. But still.
Paul Mooney would come to Caroline's a lot, and he'd talk about Michael Jackson, and he'd go, and he's not a pedophile. Get that out of your mind. He's not a pedophile.
Yeah. Just like I'm not gay.
Yeah.
I'm not gay, by the way, and he's not a
X-Files,
pedophile.
but he's not a pedophile.
He's X-Files. Oh, yeah, he's an alien. Yeah. I mean, there is some of that where it's like black guys aren't allowed to be weird as shit.
Right.
But at the same time, Michael Jackson was a pedophile. I mean, and it's like somebody was making this point. It's like, yeah, man, you think it was like the guy who had to be so fucked up every day that it was like he was getting like the same amount of tranquilizers that a fucking elephant gets. You think maybe he didn't have something on his conscience that was kind of troubling him? It's like Michael Jackson's like daily thing was insane. He was just he was living in like a haze every fucking day. Some might argue if you were a pedophile for years, you would want to quiet the guilt you were feeling by doing that many drugs. Go to Michael Jackson's
Or by
cocktail.
getting really good at singing and dancing.
Or by making people happy.
So, yep.
That's why we do comedy, right?
Valium, lorazepam, midazolam were given to the sleep study during a terror period throughout the night and morning. This cocktail was a recipe for disaster. Whatever, who gives a fuck? He was just taking a lot of benzos and propofol and shit, but respect to MJ. Anyway, clearly we've established ourselves as experts on this podcast. You guys have lived beautiful lives. You know how to tell. You know how to guide people. And so I say we do some of that. And of course, we want to remind everybody, go watch both specials here, folks. We've got The Tomato Brother by Mike Recine, right? Isn't that what it's called?
Can we plug some road dates too?
Tomato Brother, and then I Swear I'm Not Gay by is technically different than gay.
By Stavros
The Ian
Alpheus. This house Stavros Alpheus story.
He got me, dude. Fuck, I left a pause in there.
Hey, I don't want to make fun of each other anymore. The eldest
Nice
story.
try, Ian. That's not how things work, man, and you know it. You're locked into this for life.
Yes. Yeah. I may start taking some broken off.
But yeah,
I've created for
let's
myself.
plug some road dates, Mike. Go ahead.
I just got Zanies in Chicago April 3rd, and I got comedy at the Carlson in Rochester, New York.
Rochester.
May 11th.
Beautiful.
Tickets are at MikeRacineComedy.com.
Ian, anything for you?
IanFidance.com. I'm in Austin, Texas, April 4th and 5th. And May 5th, I'm at the Hollywood Improv for Netflix is a Joke. Come on out. And Bein Ian with Jordan every Wednesday. Patreon.com/Bein Ian pod for the Patreon.
Nice. All right. Let's take some fucking calls, Big Eldo.
What it do, Stavvy? What's up, Big L? In a little bit of a situation, definitely need some advice. So
you put the
I
volume
know you
up
like your details. So let me give you as much detail as I possibly can. So a few years back, my cousin, kind of put me on this girl that he used to mess with, talking about she's a freak or whatever. So I DM her. One thing leads to another. I end up fucking her. Wasn't a good fuck, but I did fuck indeed.
Nice, man. Nice.
After that, I passed her on to my older brother.
Christ.
Jesus.
He flirted with her. I don't know what they did. I know they did some stuff.
What?
They did their thing. Fast forward a couple months later, my brother puts her on my
We're not
younger
going to help
brother.
you kill this woman if that's what you're
And,
asking.
I mean, this is great. She fucked everyone in the family. What? That's crazy.
So my grandpa shows up and
Also, she didn't put it together that there's like a whisper campaign about your pussy going on. This
I
is
hope
crazy.
it got better at least by the time it got to the younger brother.
I know.
'Cause the older brother's
He's like, the
wasn't that
pussy was
good."
whatever.
And you
Let's
thought
her
maybe
on-
your dick was trash?
Oh, that's so good, man. Good perspective to have.
What do you... Dude, yes, and me.
I can't.
Motherfucker.
I can't in this situation. Go ahead, Eldest.
That's
My
fair. You
younger
should. That was a
brother-
bad fucking line.
And I didn't
Play
think
it again,
anything was.
Elvis.
Yes, Ian's about to. Yeah, let's see how. Start the
about to
timer. Let's see how long it takes for Ian to break.
I also have only been sleeping 2 hours tonight. Are you ready for some of my little theories?
Yeah, actually, yes. I'd love.
I'm
some.
reading ahead, and this is good.
Okay, go ahead, Eldest. Play it.
And I didn't think anything was up. Will come of it. I think
He's
anything
on the younger
will come of it, and now my brother got her pregnant,
Oh, no.
and they're living together. They're about to start a family. They're doing the whole thing. He loves her, she loves him. They might fuck around and even get married. Well, my problem is
She might be the one.
I have a girlfriend. We've been together for about 4 years now. I don't know whether I don't want to show up to the when the kid is born, my nephew is born, and do I tell her? Do I tell her that I fucked with this girl in the past? Do I hope don't say anything? Hopefully nothing comes up of it, because everybody knows, especially between the 3 brothers, we kind of joke about it a lot.
Oh, this is brutal.
So I don't know. It might be an awkward situation. I don't know. Do I have this conversation with her? Do I not tell her? I don't know. I definitely need your help. Appreciate any advice you have, man.
Oof.
That is a tough call because it's you don't want to keep anything from your partner.
Right, but what do you gain from telling?
telling.
Her? And why does she need to know necessarily?
The only
right.
reason you would want to tell is I hope this girl does not one day go crazy and just firebomb my whole life and
Right.
tell my wife that.
But also, he didn't do anything wrong. Even if she goes crazy, what's she gonna say?
Right.
8 months before I got knocked up by his little
Yeah,
brother,
yeah.
I fucked his older brother.
Yeah, but couldn't that baby
I think the
possibly
3 you
be
should
his?
just no.
No,
It's
I
been-
don't think so.
Oh, it was long.
They're not worried about that. He's just worried about this
girlfriend,
girl that we thought was the family slam piece is now
Is
going to
now
be
a welcome member
Yeah,
giving birth to
She
us.
got promoted.
Yeah, she did. She did. Look, it's one of those. They transferred her from division to division. She interned everywhere, and then she finally got her foot in the door. She's a go-getter. Geez, do you tell? So he's wondering, do I tell? From his perspective, do I tell my girl that I fucked in the past? I guess. Why? I guess if
Shouldn't
it
be a big
comes
deal,
up,
right?
I don't think it's that crazy.
Well, why would it come up?
That's what I'm saying. Why would you tell her?
Do you think that the girl may say something? It might just be weird at family functions.
You just never know. I feel this guy's anxiety about it. I would.
But what happened? My good question is,
But it should be a secret between, you, your brother, your cousin, your uncle.
yeah, the guy, the maintenance guy at the apartment you all live, building you all live in, and maybe I would guess maybe 30% of the men this woman's
neighbor.
met.
The Raymore and Flanagan guys that moved the couch in.
Yeah, I do. My perspective is, and like I think this happens sometimes where it's like friends hook up, like. Let's say I hooked up with this girl that my friend later, and I just randomly hooked up with this girl, and my friend marries her, right? I'm not bringing it up. I'm just not bringing it up.
Yeah,
you know what
why
I
would
mean?
you bring it up?
And I think, and I know his situation is more.
To who? To your current girlfriend?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Who does it? You're right. It's different. His is different, but I just mean these are certain things that just, in my opinion, these are things that lie dormant.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like those. They're kind of like the diseases in the permafrost. That it's like, please God, I hope caveman SARS, caveman COVID doesn't get thawed out and we all die. If it happens, we're fucked.
Yeah,
but I'm just gonna hope it doesn't happen.
It's frozen. Yeah.
I think that's honestly the best tact in a situation like this, because the other thing to think about is like, what worst case scenario, this comes out, what, and your girl's mad at you, you'll be like, what? I hooked up with this girl randomly. I thought nothing of it. Now she's with him. I didn't want to make it. Doesn't mean anything to me. I didn't want to make it awkward for the
4
family.
years ago. Yeah.
So like, I just didn't tell you. But it's like a complete non-issue. And like worst case, you have your girl's mad at you for a week. You know what I mean? And then you get over it.
I don't think it's something you need to preemptively get out ahead of, because that would cause more harm than good.
There's another risky element of her finding out that like the brothers were just like passing her around like a fucking baseball glove.
Not anymore.
Well, she knows that though. She's in the family.
Yeah.
She knows who the fuck. She know you.
The
You think
youngest one,
you think she
brother
didn't
was-
catch wind of who these guys were that she was fucking? I mean, is she that fucking stupid?
No, I mean the caller's girl, not
the
not-
caller's girl.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy. Like that's just like that's exactly yes. If you start disclosing things preemptively, then you're like, and by the way, we all kind of fucked her. It was one of the like. Then you don't want to. You're right. You don't want to discuss that. So it's like, I say you just let sleeping dogs lie. Personally. And then maybe, depending on how close, it sounds like you and your brothers are pretty close. And so I think what you could do is all have a bros meeting.
Powwow,
and be like, here's how we're handling this.
Yeah.
We're never bringing it up. I think that's what you need to do personally.
Yeah.
But that's a wild situation. Good. You know what?
idea, though,
This
like-
little brother is either the dumbest guy or the smartest guy in the
sweetest.
world. Where he's like, just, you know what? I'm not a chauvinist. I love this woman.
Yeah.
Hey, we all have a past.
past. Yeah.
She happens to have fucked guys that I shared DNA with. who made, you know what I mean? Like, so.
My thing though is it's weird to pass her off to each family member.
It's absolutely weird.
That I would be more worried about people finding that out than the fact that I had sex with this girl in the past, because that to me is very alarming.
It is weird. It is.
You know?
It is very old world, I must say.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it's like, oh man.
Yeah, bro, you got to
Everybody
get
in the
some
village
of this.
It's like,
a little-
yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, this place makes a great sandwich.
Yeah.
But you're talking about a girl's pussy.
Yeah. And everything else with her.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
a
tough.
lot.
It's an interesting situation. And this is one of those where it's all context. 'Cause again, a girl fucks 4 guys. Who cares? A girl fucks 4
brothers.
3 brothers and a
Close in
cousin.
age range.
Yeah. It's a little strange, but
Well, she's kind of a different person after the kid's born. Now she's the mother of your
That's right.
your nephew. So
Yes, it's sort of
almost
like
like it never
It
happened.
wipes the pussy clean
wipes the
slate.
slate, yeah.
Once a baby comes out, it starts over at 0.
Yes.
Born again pussy.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that. So yeah, buddy, good luck, and
Yeah.
that's hilarious. And maybe don't pass girls around your family.
Yeah.
Let this be a
Like
lesson
the
to
Stanley Cup. What the fuck's the matter with you?
you. Have you ever? I guess you don't. Nobody here has. you have a brother, but that'd be hilarious if you and your brother were Eskimo brothers. You got it.
I think that'd be kind of a crime.
Yeah, if you fucked a girl in your brother's class, that would be, if you also fucked her, that would be a big issue.
Yeah, the same melon with a hole cut in it.
Yeah. Yeah, you just can't microwave those twice. They get too mushy the second time you microwave them.
The same turkey sandwich.
Let's get your brother on Love on a Spectrum, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, let's get a little shine for the Recine family on Netflix, on the Netflix autistic dating show. That is a good show. Do you think he would do well in one of those situations?
He's not like verbal enough.
Oh, he's not.
He's not
Okay,
like
okay.
yeah.
I
You
got
could be his translator.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
go
maybe.
on there you go on the date, and then it's like
He
you get a
says,
little piece of pussy.
He wants you to touch my cock.
Yeah, he prefers to watch.
It's one of his ticks.
All right.
Hey, Stavvy. Hey, eldest. Hey, honored guest. I'm Byron.
Byron,
Nice to meet you.
Lord Byron.
Tip to lip. Shouts out to Lean Skanks and shouts out to Eldest for doing a much harder job than it appears to be.
That's right.
Much honor and respect to you, sir. But anyways, I got this gay friend, and I love hanging out with him. We hang out a lot, a few times a month. And then when we do, we watch movies and we smoke and we talk shit. And he teaches me about gay culture, and I teach him about not, like the other stuff that he's unaware of in the world. But
What?
Like cars and cereal.
And not making your wrist limp.
Making eye contact with your father without being ashamed. Just classic
He's like,
stuff.
you ever hear of shoes?
Yeah, your toes don't always have to be out. His gay friend's wearing sandals in a snowstorm. He's like, no, we have these thing called boots.
Bro, you drink water? Let me put you on the water.
You don't always have to wear a harness in a warehouse.
All right, let's see what we got here.
But he is always making these super sexual jokes and like innuendos like towards me. And like it's funny, haha, I get it, like straight guys do it all the time, but like this is my gay friend who actually like I don't know, like he would. And he tells me that he wouldn't because he has tremendous respect for my girlfriend, and like if I was drunk and in a bad place, he wouldn't take advantage
pause
of it.
this.
But then
If you're like, hey man, by the way, if you were drunk and in a bad place, I wouldn't rape you. If you're saying those words out loud, you're thinking about sucking his passed out cock for sure. I've never said that to a woman. Be like, hey, just so you know, I would never commit sexual assault against you. You just don't. It's just not something
and
that
not
you
because
think
of you,
about.
because I respect your partner.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was just you, holy shit, I would be in every party the second you were asleep. But your girlfriend, she's top notch.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. All right, keep going.
we hang out, and he's always like, he chooses we watch a movie, and he chooses to lie down on my lap in order to like watch it. And I could give a fuck. I don't care really about being touched. But it's like, I
making
know
my dick hard.
I know it might mean something to him, and I always
love
make sure that there's like a
friendship,
pillow, like a barrier, a sort of contact.
Yeah, the make it not gay
but
pillow.
last time we hung out, he like raised the top of my legs and like touched the tip of my penis, and then he got like all excited and shit, and I'm like, I had to bat his hands away and like literally slap them away and say,
Pause
bad,
this.
bad.
This can't be real.
This guy.
No, bad gay guy.
Yeah.
I roll up a newspaper, hit him in the nose when he grazes my. Because dude, he grazed my penis and he goes, "Oh."
Well, don't rub his nose in it.
Yeah, you gotta rub his nose in pussy juice whenever he's bad. All right, keep going.
All excited and shit, and I'm like, I had to bat his hands away and like literally slap them away and say, bad, don't do that, bad, like he's a dog.
Wow, the joke
and
we
we
just
laugh
made.
about it, and I laughed it off hard. But should I stop hanging out with this
This
guy?
can't
Like,
be
I don't.
real, right?
I know I'm not homophobic, but
Maybe you should be.
I mean, do you think this is a real question?
A
That's
real weird
insane.
relationship.
This guy clearly is trying to fuck you, dude. If this is a real question, yes, don't like. I would say don't hang out with them the same way I would tell a hot girl if a guy that's always talking about how she doesn't like nice guys. And it's just like, well, I hung out with you, so why don't we make out? Like, he's kind of like it's feeling like just kind of like almost incel behavior that's hidden by how gay he is. You know what I mean? It's almost fun. Gay incel, like, this is like trying to escape the friend zone, but in a gay way of just hanging around and just seeing if the guy will let you suck his cock. That's the feeling.
That's a joke.
Yeah, like, so I think this is insane. I mean, this is like, you can't.
I mean, it's pretty sad.
Yeah, maybe dial it back.
That this guy can't put up a boundary and say how he feels because of fear that he'll be perceived as homophobic. It has nothing to do with being homophobic.
Yeah, this
it has
guy's-
to do with the
Obama.
fact that
Yeah, first you take Bernie Mac from us, then you can't let us fucking let them know, let those know what's what. You
well, I
know?
mean, like it's just if something's making you uncomfortable,
Truly.
share how you feel. It has nothing to do with being gay. I'm sure if this was a girlfriend of his and she was doing the same, it would make him feel uncomfortable.
Think of him as a woman you don't want to fuck. Think of this as a fat lady from your office behaving this way.
Yeah.
Would you give her this much grace? Probably not. Or if it was reversed, if it's like a guy making, I mean, if this is real, which I don't think it is. This is crazy. But if it is, someone you don't want to fuck you grazing the tip of your penis over and over again is literally assault.
Over and over.
That is literally low grade sexual
You're literally
assault.
edging.
Yeah. So yes, this guy has blown through your back. Now
I mean,
look,
I don't really care, but he's jerking himself off while he lightly taps the tip of my penis. I don't care what another man does, but it's crazy. Tell this guy to stop.
yeah, I think you're just
I
like,
think you attach him to the back of a truck and you ride him around through town.
Jeez.
I mean, he's got.
come on, Ian, Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean,
dude.
the funny thing is,
Come on.
I've never ever been attracted to any friend of mine.
Come on.
Like I've never.
You're just talking about how handsome Racine is.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, I notice your tits in every shirt you wear.
Yeah,
No,
really.
honestly, I've never
wear a lot of
been
tight
attracted
clothes.
to friends of mine. I've never had a fantasy about. But like,
You capping.
This is like a level of. You're gonna make fun of me, but this is
ahead.
why I know I'm not gay because I've
Thank
never,
you. Oh yeah. Oh, beautiful. Finish up. No. I'm not even here. Just go. Just let me just watch this delusion. And this is just pure uncut. Oh, I'm not one of those homos.
It's like Mr. Garrison.
You're like the pull your pants up of black guys, but of gay guys. I'm the kind of gay guy that respectfully sucks dick in an alley next to garbage where I belong.
We got Candace Owen over here.
We got gay Candace Owens.
I mean, it's ridiculous what these gay people are doing. It is
Don't throw it in our
disgusting.
kids' faces. I know I have an affliction. I'm not taking it to an elementary school to let them watch drag queens read books.
Just talk about it on your podcast twice a week.
So anyway, Ian,
No,
go ahead.
I've never been. That's a boundary I've never crossed with like a friend of being at like a sleepover and being like, well, maybe like that's
Sure.
It just unless I get a little whiff of what you're throwing my way.
Yeah.
I might agree.
Yeah.
A little pitter patter.
Didn't you say you used to suck your friend off in middle school? Elementary.
We were only friends when we were sucking each other off.
like the mascot of the
We
soccer
never
team or
hung
whatever.
out.
He just avoids him in the hallway.
Oh, yeah, no. We would fight each other in public. And then behind closed doors, it was like, I'm sorry, I hate you.
Holy shit! That's
Pretty hot.
That is pretty hot, man.
And late at night, we would change it to our sexting cyber sex screen names. So
Oh,
no one could
wow.
even see that we were online.
That's awesome. You were on the dark web,
Oh, yeah. It was
talking about how you couldn't wait to suck Don Terrius's dick when you got to fucking soccer practice.
if by some chance you're watching and you're tired of your family,
Ian's dad is in heaven like, God damn it.
No, because when you're in heaven, there's no sadness.
God, he's like, God,
"Awesome,
what's going on with my connection? My cable to my family keeps cutting out. God's like, yeah, I'm sorry, man. We got to get the technicians. It's every time Ian's doing gay shit, God is lying to his dad about the connection being down. He's like, oh, come on.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi's
God,
down.
did you change your password again?
Oh, fuck. But yeah, dude, this guy just wants to fuck you, and he's a weird friend.
Dude, tell him you don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, it's literally not homophobic.
Yeah, it's just stand up for yourself and say it's uncomfortable and you want to support him. But if he can't stop touching you, you can't be friends with him anymore.
And also, like,
this country's so woke, you can't even beat your gay friend to death.
I know.
That's right. You can't even commit a hate crime in place of having an uncomfortable conversation.
Yeah. And then take it out on every woman and child you have with a deep-seated anger because you think this makes you gay, even though it has nothing to do with your sexuality.
Yeah, that too. All right.
Dude, the cable in heaven going.
Yeah, jeez, God, come on. What's going on? This is heaven, for Christ's sake.
Every time my kid goes on the computer, the cable goes out. Like, I just want to see what he's looking at.
I just want to see the enriching educational web series he's no doubt watching.
We don't have the internet up here.
All right. Okay. Give us another one, Big LD.
I love the misspellings from the Google. Hi, Stubby. Hello, elders.
Stubby and elders.
They starve.
Hey, stop.
Buddy Elvis.
Hi, Stavvy. Hello, elders, and hello to our esteemed guest.
That's right.
So I have a bit of a dilemma on my hands. To give you like a quick backstory about me, I'm a junior at a big university in the South. I'm liberal and I'm not religious. If you can imagine, the average guy at a university like mine is very conservative and Christian. So I haven't had like great luck dating wise. The last semester, I really hit it off with this guy that I was taking class with.
Recine
We flirted on and off throughout the semester, but when the semester ended, he texted me and was like, sorry, I've been flirting with you. I just really need to figure out my shit with my ex. I don't want to lead you on. Can we pick this back up next semester? I didn't know how to respond, so I was like, thank you for telling me. And sure. No sweat, no big deal. We were only flirting. So this semester starts and he starts texting me again. And last week he says hey, are you free tonight? And I'm like, gee, yes I am. Thinking that he was going to finally actually ask me out, only for him to say great, then you can come to my campus ministry event. And I was like, bitch, what?
That sucks.
So I'm like, I'm not religious.
This guy's
I'm not
gayer than the last
Christian.
guy.
He actually is. Yeah. He really, truly is, dude. Flirting with a woman to get her to come to your Bible study.
Oh my God.
God damn.
But he was insistent. He was like, that's fine. Come anyway. You'll get to meet new people. I've never been to an evangelical kind of church, and I've always wanted to check it out. So I say yes to going, but I make it clear that this is an academic experiment to me. As you can imagine, these people are actually brainwashed. It's insane. Anyway, but after the sermon was over, I debated this guy for an hour, an actual hour about theology and Christianity.
Interesting.
Obviously, we came to different conclusions, but the conversation didn't end on bad terms.
That's nice.
But since that conversation, he has virtually stopped texting me, and so now I don't know what to do. So I have two
Show him your
questions.
pussy and tell him you want to see God. Read this book, bitch. Don't play with your lips and fucking
Woo!
Yeah.
I agree. Show me your pussy.
Yeah.
I mean, but also, I guess let's let her
your
finish.
voice is hot.
Yeah, relax, Ian.
Yeah, sorry.
Relax.
I'm not gay.
Relax. Yeah. You just want to log a little cable time. Go ahead. I have an idea, but let's let her finish.
So now I don't know what to do. So I have two questions. we have the same sense of humor. We are so sarcastic with each other, and we also have the similar career trajectories. So on all other levels, it really makes sense for us to date, except for religious beliefs. So my question is, do you think that I should call it quits while I'm ahead and try to find somebody else while during undergrad? Or do you think I should confront him and be like, hey, can we work this out?
No.
Work what out?
My second question is, would you personally bother dating someone who doesn't have the same religious beliefs as
That
you?
deserves more. That was funny.
It was okay.
It's all right.
And I'm trying to finish the call, but yeah, it was fine.
Someone who doesn't have the same religious beliefs as you. So, thank you, Stavvy. Thank you, everyone. Sorry if this is too long.
Okay, so our second
Sorry,
question
guys.
was, would
Bye.
you personally date someone who doesn't have the same religious beliefs? So the first thing, Ian is right. There's nothing to call quits. In fact, if I were you, I would be annoyed at this guy because you thought you were going to go out on a date, and then he's like, hey, come to fucking Bible stuff. Like, even if it's not a religious thing, let's say I had chemistry with someone, she even went out of her way to be like, hey, sorry for leading you on, I have some shit to do with my ex. And then when they hit you up, they're like, let's take religion out of it. They're like, oh, are you free? And you're like, yeah, you've already you're like, yeah, hell yeah. And they're like, want to go to geography club? Like, if it was, I'm not going to
at
more
least,
school.
2 hours out of your day.
Yeah, that sucks. So like, there's
But she
nothing.
did say she's always been interested in seeing these types of things.
Just once though, she said she just wanted to go. She basically went out of curiosity, and then they had a debate, and he stopped hitting her up after that. So, for two reasons. Number one, I don't know why you're interested in him. I think it's pretty clear he kind of was
Aren't
like,
there Muslims where you live?
yeah.
Yeah, if there
Someone
were,
that-
she wouldn't be able to talk and send this email.
very, very
That's
good.
so
Ian.
true, Ian. That's so true.
What's up, guys?
Book Ian at the Cellar. Ian will be at West Side Comedy Club in the Cellar. He will be doing a benefit with Voss and Berg.
Ex-IDF soldier.
Yeah,
Hosted by Ian Fidance.
IDF night here at West
He is raising money for more bombs for the IDF. Anyway, yeah, so like there's nothing to...
I don't think that they should be bombing anymore, by the way.
Yeah. Anymore. Hilarious. Anyway,
Wait, when's this coming out?
So, yeah, like, look, this is done, and you should understand that. And it feels like even you didn't understand why. You said it yourself, you were just flirting. It's not like you guys hooked up. It's not like you guys went on any dates. Completely call it quits. There's not even
what
anything to
out?
call quits. Like, I guess, but I mean, I also get this. She's young. She's in college.
And
you remember when
flirting
you
is
have
super fun.
when you're young
Flirting
and you
is
have
so
that like
fun.
vibe with someone at school,
Yeah.
and you're like, what could this be? So I get it, but like, absolutely cut your losses. I don't think that the religious. I don't think that you're at an age where eliminating people for their religious beliefs is what you should be doing necessarily. You don't. It seems like you don't even really know what you believe, whatever. Like, and when you're young, and it's not about like, this is also kind of how you figure out what's important to you. Dating people, being friends with people, having people close to you of different. I think it's good that you went and tried stuff out. And look, if in the future you happen to meet someone who you really hit it off with, and they have a different religious beliefs, try dating and see for yourself. For some people it works, for other people it doesn't. Me personally, I'm not a religious person. I would date pretty much anyone if they were just kind of like casually like as long as they weren't like a fucking as extreme as this guy or orthodox or something. If somebody was like if someone was like sort of culturally Christian or Jewish or Muslim or whatever the fuck, yeah, I would date someone. I don't
like
really
made
give a
a
fuck.
question and answer debate something that stops them from communicating with you further.
Yeah,
Like that's
if they didn't do that, you mean? Or what
yeah,
do you mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like that just it wouldn't work out.
Yeah, I personally don't fucking care about that as long as they're not extremists, as long as they're not zealots. But yeah, but I think for you, you're at fucking college, you're at a huge university, just keep moving. You know what
It's
I
tough
mean?
when you
Like,
live in the South, though, because in the South there's like religious guys, but then there's Southern guys who are like liberal and it's their whole identity.
right.
They're like, yeah, I'm from Alabama, but
I'm liberal.
Yeah.
I let my gay friend touch my peck. I'm a cool liberal. Yeah, but also she said in the first thing, like, I go to a huge southern whatever. There's a million other people.
Yeah.
You're gonna meet a million other people.
Absolutely.
I feel like she's so like cock deprived though at this weird evangelical school that like
I don't think it's an evangelical school.
or
go
whatever.
to
I mean,
yeah.
whatever. It sounds like people are like overwhelmingly like conservative, religious,
sure,
whatever.
for sure.
And this guy's just like a normal, nice guy.
Right.
He's just like too religiously incompatible, but she's like, okay, he doesn't seem too fucking crazy. We
Yeah.
make the same corny jokes or whatever, and like,
Yeah.
you know,
I guess make him read the Quran as like a last ditch.
what if you gave one like a last ditch thing is like confronting him and be like, hey, I really enjoyed talking to you, spending time with you. I know it got kind of weird with like the religious debate, but is there any way we could I don't like I
just
really
don't
want to go
think-
on a date with you. I don't know. Like, and then is it on her to like try to make
But
out
also,
with him?
but here's
Like,
the other thing. He's clearly shown what he's like.
Yeah, by
he
stop
stopped
texting her,
texting
yeah.
her. He was like, just come, even if
Yeah.
you don't believe. He was expecting her to be like, well, this wasn't really my cup of tea, but it's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And in his mind, maybe they were gonna court and then over time become Christian, whatever. Like she's clearly. He also
Yeah.
he probably doesn't like an opinionated woman. You know what I mean? Like this is a fucking evangelical. You think he wants his bitch talking back about how there's too
making
much.
him
You're gonna run
critically
into
think
more
the things he's
problems.
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. He doesn't want to be like, well, why is there suffering in the world? Well, because God, it's good to prove.
Shut up.
Shut up, bitch. But yeah, I don't know. I know what you're saying, Eldest. She does seem cock deprived here, but
Yeah.
still, you're at a big university. There's going to be, even though demographically it's not you might have made a slight mistake. There's still at least a handful of people that are more your vibe. Like
Yeah.
even in these big southern universities, there's going to be people that you mesh with more, and so. I say keep it moving, sister.
Yeah.
Next question, Hell Dunce.
Stavvy, Elvis, beautiful guest. What's going on? Hope everyone's having a good time on the pod. Got a family-related question for you. So I have a younger sibling that's non-binary, assigned female at birth. They came out to meet my younger brother a few years ago, and we're all pretty tight. My sibling's awesome, but they had been holding out, telling our parents all this time, up until very recently when my mom asked their pronouns, not realizing her question would lead to my sibling coming out to them in the moment. So now my mom knows, and she's been very accepting and loving to my sibling. It did rock her world a little bit, but mostly due to her feeling bad about my sibling holding out for this long, and other things like calling them my daughter all this time and not knowing the ramifications of saying that. So the only person in the family that doesn't know is our dad, who's a little more conservative than the rest of us, but I know that he would also be accepting and show love to my sibling, because he loves us all very much. I do feel like there's now a sense of urgency to my sibling coming out to our dad, because my mom is now in this situation where she's having to keep a secret from her husband, and that's not fair to her. So I want to encourage my sibling to come out to our dad, kind of like being a bridge between them and my parents. So how can I do this without coming off too pushy? They can be standoffish at times, and I don't want to put too much pressure on them. So let me know what you guys think. Elvis, don't you dare play this to end an episode. You fucking dunce. This is a serious one.
fuck you.
Fuck you. They'll grow out of it in a couple years and go back to normal. Okay, next one.
Yeah, this is interesting. Like the telling. Yeah, it's like you can't I see what you're saying about your mom, like being put in an awkward situation, I suppose. But like, ultimately, it is about what your sibling wants, and you can talk to them about it and just be like, "What are you thinking? Like, should we tell Dad? Is this, do you want Mom to help tell? Like, what Just even ask them like, what are you thinking about it? Like, you could even be like, "Hey, it went pretty good with Mom.
Yeah.
It's probably, it'd be, I think it'd be cool."
It sounds like they're all very close.
Yeah, exactly.
And if they've been supporting them for years, I mean, I don't know the ins and outs, but you know, like you said, like certainly why couldn't they sit down with their sibling and be like, hey, this is what it is, and like we know dad and this, that, and the other, and why don't we, whatever you feel comfortable with. I just think it would help if we could all, you know, like I don't know, share this, and it'll bring us closer. You know,
you could just also get a mullet, start wearing athleisure only.
Yeah.
You know
Say
what I mean?
without saying it.
Also do it. He could.
No. If his sibling, like, how non-binary is your sibling presenting?
Yeah.
Can we get them a jumpsuit?
haircut
Can we
where
get
they
them
look like
overalls?
they got a raccoon
hat
on.
Theo Vaughn's haircut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
A
can we-
bitchy attitude for no reason. Obviously, a job at Starbucks where you fuck up people's orders.
There we go. Someone got his little frappuccino fucked up.
Have you changed your name? Have you changed your name to River yet?
I'm so sorry. You should be boycotting Starbucks anyway.
Yeah.
I haven't, and that's why I shat today so fast because I didn't have Starbucks.
It was Allah giving you diarrhea.
So yeah, I mean, this is just like, I see what you're saying about.
But it seems like you got to let people come out on their own terms. Right?
Yeah, but also I
I
think it's a strange thing though, in a way of like, well, the mom knows and is very supporting. Like, yes, the dad is the last puzzle piece, but the mom also has a relationship with the dad and could maybe soften the blow or like talk to the dad and be like, hey, look. And then as time comes, or the dad could even be like, because the mom said the only reason she is upset or anything is because she was saying the wrong thing for so long and loves their child. So like, maybe the mom could say it so that the dad can be like, look, I love you. Like,
I agree, but I think
know?
I agree with you, and I think there's plenty of ways where this could work out fine and nicely.
Yeah.
But I also think our caller here, as far as what his job is here, is just like talk to your sibling, see what they want to do, see how you can be supportive.
Yeah.
If you feel really strongly about how it's not fair to your mom, you can bring it up once as like, hey, why don't we think about this? But ultimately, whatever, your mom's fine. Your dad probably doesn't even have fucking any idea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
and also it's like they go by they, them. Like, they're not getting surgery or like any like astronom. It's like it's not that big of a deal anymore.
Yeah,
at all.
I mean, it might,
You
but
know?
the thing is, it might be to them. You know what I mean? Like
Who them? Who? Who's on first?
We're not doing who's on. We're not doing
Come on.
non-binary who's
Come
on
on, let me
first.
just touch the tip of your dick. Like,
So
who gives a shit? They're they that like it's not that big of a deal.
yeah, I agree. I agree with you, obviously,
Right.
but to his
big deal to
non-binary
that
sibling,
person,
it's
yeah.
Well, then
probably
hire me and Mike, and we'll go kick the shit out of their dad.
no one said that that's even going to be.
That'd be cool.
I just
would be
we
mean,
go around and beat the shit out of people's parents that don't accept them.
Just beat it into them.
Yeah, you're gonna love you then.
yeah. So yeah, but I do think ultimately, this even a general thing. If someone has a secret or is coming out for anything, right? Like whether it's like being gay, being trans, being non-binary, or even just something they're keeping, they have some, desire to do something that they'd rather keep private. Whatever it is, it's not up to you. Yeah, it would make your life easier and your mom's life easier if you came out to
It's
your
also not
dad.
their
But you
story to
also
tell.
exactly, and
Yeah.
you don't know the ins and outs of your siblings' relationships and worries about telling your dad, right? So I would just say talk to them, like maybe talk specifically about like what's going on, like pitch it to them, and then see, and even just be there as an opportunity to talk it out with them about their feelings towards your dad, about coming out in general. You could say it's not a big deal, whatever, but it's like
Also, aren't moms supposed to keep secrets?
all moms do is keep secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They love it.
Yeah. Yeah. They love you, although they do love gossiping too.
They do, yeah.
So that's
Dude, can I tell you the funniest?
So you got to
video
come
I
out
saw?
before your mom.
spills the beans.
spills
Dude,
the
the
beans.
fu-
Yeah.
I
She
saw-
might have already told her dad.
I saw a video of a mom getting the family together to sing happy birthday to a woman that the dad wished happy birthday to on Facebook that the mom hated. It was
That's really
and
funny.
she was like, we're all going to wish Kathy a happy birthday because your father thinks it's so important to wish a woman that I don't like happy birthday on Facebook. Happy birthday. And the 3-year-old kids are like, happy birthday. And the dad's like, you are ridiculous. This is too much.
Respect to her.
Yeah, being married's great.
All right, give us another one, LD.
Stavvy, hello. This is Rick from Maryland. I have a bit of a situation. I'm planning my best friend's bachelor party. Coordinating, getting the Airbnb, trying to figure out events to do, get everybody's information, let them know what it is, where we're going, where it is, how much it is per person, the split cost of the Airbnb mostly. And one guy confirmed 100% down, and then 2 weeks out, basically sent a message saying, hey, I'm probably going to have to work that week. Will probably not be going, but if I do, which is fine, typically things happen. I can understand this. This is what I don't understand. He's saying if he is able to go, somehow he doesn't work, he's just going to stay at his friend's house that's local to the area that we're visiting.
That's crazy. Didn't
mention the bill or anything or paying for his portion, that he understood he was kind of, fuck this dude. I can't think straight right now, but come on. Am I being, it's the principle, right?
I agree.
Right? It's the principle. It's not the money necessarily. That's not going to hurt me in any real world situation, but he's just going to show up while we're in hey guys, how's it going? And I'm just you're just staying at your friend's house. We're all doing this thing together. And then you just kind of slivered away and just got out of a little bit of obligation, a little bit of cash. It just pisses me off. And I don't want to be the Debbie Downer on the vacation, make it awkward and confront him. I don't know. What do you guys think? Give me something, please. Thanks, guys.
Sorry, Ian was having diarrhea again. So you all agreed to go on this trip.
Yeah. So basically, what happened is
bachelor party.
It's a bachelor party, and he's, I guess
Also, it was a long piss.
You couldn't have held him in.
Diarrhea. No, I've had to go for something.
Oh, really?
I have
anyway,
a small bladder. I do have an issue with my prostate. Go ahead.
What is that from?
It's been getting pushed in too much.
Very nice, man. So basically, I guess he's the best man, or just organizing. Yeah, you couldn't have waited to hear and then piss while we answer and then come back.
I had to piss so bad.
Okay, whatever. He's organizing his best friend's bachelor party. Everyone confirmed. This guy confirmed he's 100% in, and then he was like, "Hey guys, I think I'm probably gonna have to work." But then the guy said, "Now, if by some miracle I'm able to get out of working, I'm probably just gonna stay at the guy's house." So
his friend's house.
Some different guy's house.
He's not part of the party.
So he's not. Basically, here's what I think is happening here. This guy doesn't want to pay for the Airbnb, and he's trying to weasel out of it, and that I agree with him. It is the principle where it's if from the beginning he had been like, "Hey man, money's a little tight. I want to come to this, but I'm gonna crash at my friend's place." And by the way, you don't think this guy's gonna end up sleeping on a couch if he's too fucked up?
Drunk
that's it. Does I agree with you?
Pull out. Well, I didn't get a room. I was just on the couch. Yeah.
So and again, you are right.
Paying attention.
You are right. Where you will have to be kind of a dickhead to be you just have to. Yeah, do you want to confront him about it? I sort of get that. I get being hey dude, this is fuck. But he is just trying to weasel his way out of it, and you do have to decide is this worth making a big scene about? Or part of me, I've said this before. This came up before in a different episode, and I do think there's a little bit of cost of doing business when you're the one in charge of the bachelor party. Just understand you're gonna be down a couple grand. You're gonna be fucked. That's part of being the best man, being the guy who plans it. Someone's gonna welch. Someone's gonna do something. You're gonna have to hunt people down for money. Welch on you welch on your what you owe people.
Walk out on? What's that?
It's a fucking word. Dictionary. Go to dictionary.com.
Have you ever heard that before? You welch on something?
No, but I trust him enough, I think, to...
Welch definition, please.
Welch is fruit juice.
To avoid payment. Is that good, Ian?
Yeah.
Or do we have to halt the podcast every time you don't know a word?
Oh, you mean once in a million fucking podcasts?
But why did you choose? First of all,
because I wanted better context and understanding of what you were saying.
How about context clues? It's a guy who doesn't want to pay for it.
Did you know what he meant by Welch?
I've never heard that term before.
But did you know what I was talking about?
No, it's fucking just pasta ingredients in this kid's head all the time. And fucking reading the Quran. He's not paying attention to what you're saying.
Whatever. Fuck you, Ian. We'll get you a word of the day calendar.
Hey, if at home you are glad that I got understanding what Welch meant, like my special, share it with a friend. Ian Fidance.
Ian, I'm sorry. Ian, quiet down. Eldest, from now on, go back and bleep what the special's called. So let's just not ever say what it is. And link to Recine's special twice.
This is like Game of Thrones, you know?
Yeah.
I gotta choose who I'm loyal to.
House Targaryen.
A classic, Ian. Tag that's just a thing he knows.
I don't even know
in a gay voice.
I don't even know what it is.
It's act out voice or sound. Reference in an act out voice or sound.
Yeah. We don't have 10
do
minutes
us a
for crowd
favor.
work that goes nowhere. What?
Okay, Ian.
I'm like, Deb, I started an allyship with stuff.
You're talking about your own act. Whose crowd work goes nowhere.
I'm like, I started an allyship with Stavvy.
Yeah.
I'm now aligned with the House of Stavros.
All right. Eldest, let's pull up some Ian crowdwork videos. Actually, he's just kind of made his own bed, and we will be sleeping in it all together.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. So you have to decide here, like what do you want to do about this? Oh yeah.
I've reworked this joke, by the way.
Yeah, let's listen to this one, Eldest. Let's listen to this one. No.
Much better.
You know what,
ahead.
Ian? How about this? We'll just go to your Instagram and pick the 3 most recent ones. Blind.
I haven't posted anything. In a
Just
while.
blind.
I got nothing to hide.
Let's play this one. This one's really good. We've played it before.
My great cat, I call him my little house wolf. His name is Samson, and he is just a cute. Oh my God, he's so gorgeous. Oh, I kiss him on his little fish lips.
Spent like 40
I grab
minutes
him,
on
I
this
go,
caption.
you are a vampire, you are a vampire. And I make him have his little fangs out.
See, I took that part out, and now I go,
I feed
I
him,
make
I'm
him
his god. You know, what's he gonna do, run away? I don't think so. You need me.
Oh, yes. Go to Ian Fidance. Let's go to his YouTube.
Check out my special Ian Fidance, I'm Normal by Mike Recine.
Hold on. Let's actually, I'm
great
actually
cat,
enjoying
I call-
this. Just search, yeah. Come on, Eldest. Do a little
My
producing.
YouTube turned into I turned my YouTube into the podcast YouTube.
Oh, that's good.
How about the IG?
Let's see what the IG
Go
has.
for it.
But yeah, so in this case, I agree. I know why this guy's mad, right? I know why the caller's mad, but you have to decide.
Eldest, go down, go down, go down, go down.
Oh, let's see what that
Go
one
da-
is.
That's just a picture.
Oh, it's just a picture.
Go down.
Oh, here we go. Your dad is kind of gay. Let's see what this one is. We haven't heard this one yet. I'm just guessing it's bad.
All right, go to the
Gay.
beginning.
Is he bisexual? Maybe. Well, what are you doing later? Because you obviously have daddy issues.
There it is, folks. Well, and you see what I like is Ian paused. You saw it. You see that great quip loading. It's like, well. It took him 3 thoughts. Yeah, 3 buffers to come up with. Why don't I suck your dick later? Because you got daddy issues. All right, whatever.
And the ending was very funny. So thank you. Also, if you do play a clip, go down to the one of me riding a horse.
Is it
Anyway.
Anyway, whatever. Let's we'll play more later. This is to answer this guy's question. Yeah, I don't know, man. You just have to fucking eat it, and then you could just be like, okay, man. Well, can you let us know? No. You know what? Actually, if he's like, I can't make it, because it's not just the Airbnb. There's other activities, aren't there? What are you laughing about?
I saw your face. And then to see you giggle, feel really good.
Yeah, that's the gift of being bad at stand-up comedy, Ian. That's what you bring to the world.
I'm a fucking prolific stand-up.
Prolific.
Do not ask how. Or what profile.
Do you think prolific and profile are connected as words?
It's Welsh.
This is my fault. I've let you bring me down into the retard mud. That's on me. That's on me.
Water's fine.
Come on in, boys. The water's fine in here. Okay. But so I would say, how about this? This guy's like, hey, if I do happen to come, like, I'll stay with my friend. Aren't there other activities? Like when I did a bachelor party, it was like we went to a basketball game, we went to to see wrestling, we got reservations at a steakhouse. Like he can't be like
we put on wigs and went to a comedy show.
Yeah, we put on wigs,
screamed at the
put on lipstick
on stage.
Yeah. Got drunk off White Zinfandel. Tried to fuck every black host.
Not to self-MC in blackface.
Anyway, so I would, this guy is clearly trying to weasel out of the Airbnb, but a bachelor party is about, you're planning everything. So I think you have to be like, hey man, are you going? Because if that's the case, we have to change our reservation. We have to do this. So either tell us, if you can't go, great. If you can, we'd love to have you, but we kind of have to know everybody else has been confirmed for months. I think that's how you handle it.
Totally.
And then if he's like, well, I can come, but I'm not staying at the Airbnb, then you could be like, well, what the fuck? If you're coming, you're staying at the Airbnb, you're already confirmed.
Yeah.
So that's how I would go about it personally.
Yeah, or hey, if you're not staying, pay what you owe.
Right.
Because otherwise it's a shitball move.
Yeah, absolutely.
Be upfront about it.
And so I just wouldn't let him get away with the, hey, if I do happen to come, because that's also bullshit.
Well, now you got an empty slot, so maybe the guy's fiance can come.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe, you can get a couple girls there that'll be, your girlfriends can come.
Yeah. Maybe the guy can bring his mom. That'd be kind of fun. I don't spend any time with my mom. My best buds and my mom and my bachelorette. That sounds like the perfect bachelor party.
I wouldn't mind my mom being at the day part of a bachelor
Exactly.
party. My mom coming, bringing some sweets. All right, Eldest, what else we got, brother?
Cut the crust off everybody's sandwiches.
Ew, that's not bad. It's pretty fucking good.
Laugh at all your jokes and stuff, doesn't.
Stavvy baby. Hello,
Whose fault is that,
Hello,
Ian?
lovely guest. Last call wasn't fast enough, so I'll try and do it a little shorter, I think. I'm a sperm donor for a friend of mine.
Nice.
She's a lesbian woman. I live on the other side of the country from her. I'm asking because I want your advice on how do I tell my parents eventually once the kid exists.
They have to know.
They're old school Catholic. They're kind of judgmental about alternative family arrangements.
Where's your cum
A
going,
little more
son?
context. Friend of mine, good friend, lesbian woman, like I said.
Oh, you're
put it
I
back.
don't
Oh, you-
want any
Yeah.
parental obligation on my
Where did you
how do
put
I
your
tell my
jizz?
parents eventually?
You better not be putting it in any far
I
away
hope you're not
pussy.
donating your sperm to any lesbians.
Oh, please.
Asking because I want your advice on how do I tell my parents eventually once the kid exists.
Ian, did you clog his toilet? It's like still
They're old
running.
school Catholic. They're kind of judgmental
Let me check it out
about
for you, stuff.
alternative family
He's gonna do it in the
arrangements. A little more context. Friend of mine, good friend, lesbian woman, like I said. She didn't want any parental obligation on my part, so I thought, great, even better. Like, help a girl out, and I think she'd make a great mom. So, thank you. Love the show. Love the pod. Take it easy.
Yeah, it's none of your parents' business how you make $75.
Absolutely. But truly, who gives, you don't, like, you're a sperm donor, brother. Especially this woman didn't want you to have any parental obligations. As far as I'm concerned, this is not your kid at all.
Yeah.
It's not your fucking parents' grandchild. You don't have to say shit to them. In fact, what's the upside here? What is the good thing that happens? Not like this girl. Your friend said she didn't want you having any involvement. That probably goes double for your fucking Catholic parents.
Yeah.
You think when this woman asked for your nut, she was thinking your fucking annoying mom would know about your kid?
And if you're an Italian Catholic, you're being a bad Italian by not keeping your mouth shut.
That's right.
I disagree because what is the difference between no involvement and, send me pictures and I want to know about this and let's.
One is one thing, one is another thing.
Right. But what I'm saying is, do you think that he will change in terms of eventually he'll want to meet the child and he'll want to, maybe have the child meet his grandparents? Why can't they maybe talk about because a friend of mine did this and donated sperm to a lesbian couple, and he travels for work. He's not around a lot, but he is involved in the sense that he comes around. The child knows him. They know the deal.
But that's your friend. We're talking about a different person.
I understand, but this whole absolutely no involvement is kind of odd to me in the sense that
imagine being a sperm donor. You go to your kid's birthday party and you're peering through the window and they just close the blinds.
I don't think it's weird. I think this is the
that makes more sense, right?
This is the situation they agreed upon.
They want to be the parents.
They want to be the parent. It's we want to adopt a kid. If it's basically
right, but there's a difference between parental obligation and just updates on your literal child.
Either way, hold on.
His.
No, it's not. It's not his kid.
Yes, it's his sperm.
It's not his fucking.
That created a child. It's his child.
Okay, what are you talking, dude? It's her kid. He's a sperm donor.
I understand, but that doesn't
legally. It's not his kid.
But scientifically, it is.
So what?
So what? That's
scientifically an adopted kid. Okay, then what? If somebody adopts a kid that's not their kid.
I'm not saying that, but you can't deny the fact that this child is made from his sperm, which is his kid. I'm not by definition.
I'm not. Points Fidance is back in action. These. What are these fucking logistics that we're talking? These semantics that we're debating. Go ahead, Elvis.
I'll go with Ian here because I feel like it is more on his mind than just the arrangement. If he's even thinking about should I even tell my parents, or some level of him might be, I'll have a kid out there. Do they deserve to know?
They don't.
They have a grandkid,
but they don't have a grandkid. I
totally disagree.
They don't have a grandkid,
but they do.
What the fuck are you not? That's not what don't if you jack off in a cup. So he knows the girl. What's the difference? It's donor. You give it up.
Yeah, but
you're not even a parent, really.
Ian, this is Ian's fantasy of having a family. Yeah. He knows he's not going to get one the regular way. Right. So he's one of my lesbian friends is going to want me to jack off in a cup. Yeah, that's what I mean.
I would want to be involved.
That's what I mean. You are personalizing this.
No, I'm not at all. I'm not.
You just talked about your friend and how you would want to be involved.
I use a friend as an analogous situation. I'm not personalizing. I'm just saying logically, the child was made
two
from
lesbians at the park trying to play with their kid, and Ian's hey, and
Mommy, who's that? Where's the kid? Where's the sperm? Who jacked off into a cup?
Yeah,
he should be here. He deserves to play catch.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that. The child is his, legality or not.
It's not though, dude.
But it is eldest.
It's not his kid. I mean, I would tell this guy are you guys clear on what the arrangement's gonna be? Are you comfortable with that?
I'm saying it. I guarantee.
So even if someone signs paperwork,
can I finish? I'm saying I guarantee if he is good friends with this woman, he is going to have an incredibly difficult time moving forward, having this child in his life and not having an existential thing in him going,
you're projecting.
This is my son.
You are completely projecting.
I don't.
You don't know this guy at all.
Okay, so you're saying that this guy can just detach himself from biology and the fact that he actually gave life to something that he's going to be around.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I think so. If they're clear on the arrangement, his parents
Ian,
don't need to know.
People are deadbeat dads constantly with women they love. This is just some guy who beat off in a cup for his friend. I could no problem beat off in a cup, and then somebody wants to have the kid. I will not think. I'll be like, I wonder.
I couldn't do it.
But that's what I'm saying. That's my entire point.
Which informs my opinion. and my opinion goes against yours, and that's totally fine.
No,
We don't
but
agree.
you are a odder person than most people. You have You have these. This is a perfect thing for you because it's like you. This is the exact thing you couldn't handle, I think, and you're because of how you're like.
Ian just shows up dressed like Bluey, like
yeah.
so you can see his.
I think
his kid.
Yeah.
So
I think this would be
done doing before the party.
I think this would be exceptionally hard for you in a way that it wouldn't be for most people.
In what way?
I think because I think you struggle with like you search for intimacy and family and like connection in a way more than most people do, and I think you would think a biological connection to a kid would mean like you would assign importance to it that like wouldn't be the same for every person. That's what I'm saying.
Possibly, but I am also just saying take a step back. Do you think
you're being a biological realist in the way that's like this is basically trans women aren't women, but like adopted kids aren't your kids kind of shit.
I've never said adopted kids aren't your kids, but I'm saying someone that is born from your sperm is your child by definition. They came from you.
But it's pure semantics. Pure semantics.
As somebody who made a kid with my sperm, like the sperm doesn't really. It's not much.
Raising
it's just like,
it, yeah.
I think that's cucked opinion.
Well, you are a bisexual man.
So what?
So
you're telling me you're telling me that if you say Aldous was a lesbian woman,
okay,
and you gave your sperm
he
to
didn't say
him,
it's his best
but
friend.
It's just sperm. You're not the one carrying it or like raising it or anything.
By the way, Ian, if Eldis had a kid, I would care about it because it's Eldis's kid.
Right.
If it was my jizz, it wouldn't change it. I would still love his kid like I'm his uncle.
I understand,
the same way,
but
and he can have that relationship with her. But that doesn't mean that. I mean, this is crazy that we're talking about this long. You're just wrong. You're just wrong, and you're adding 20 minutes to the podcast for no reason.
No, we spent 20 minutes on that dumb guy. Do I ask my friend for money for an Airbnb? How do I confront another man? I'm a pussy.
It was not 20 minutes.
What I'm asking is, you don't.
And most of what we spent the time was watching your shitty stand-up. That's what we were doing.
Opinion. What do you?
Let's
honestly,
pull up some more Ian clips. This is the guy who's making this point, folks. The guy who posted Samson Vampire, not said it on stage.
Do the one
we
of
all
me
say
on the
dumb
horse.
shit on stage, but
Do the one of me on the
edited
horse.
it, clipped it, was like this. The people got to see this one. Anyway, whatever.
Also, it was 3 years ago. Okay, I still do the bit kind of. I'm just saying. Do you think that Eldis could have your son, and you wouldn't feel some sort of connection or some sort of longing or some sort of deeper thing to his child, seeing him raise your child? Being an uncle is fine.
I would feel the same. I'm like, Eldis is maybe a bad example because no matter if it was my nut or his nut, I would be. That's a kid that I love and want to be there for.
Of course,
right? So it's like, but no, it wouldn't change if. Like donorship, man, that's the same thing. That's what we're talking about. You are a donor. If I give somebody my fucking kidney, you're not like, hey, let me look at your fucking belly.
But they are going to start developing your looks and your mannerisms, your feel.
Not even necessarily. That's not how.
I just disagree.
And
I feel like I've stated my point, and you're insulting me and telling me I'm dumb and this and that and the other. I love fucking jokes, but I'm not being dumb. I feel like I'm clearly stating
you're being a biological realist in a strange way where you're putting importance on the biological material over the act of raising someone, over the act of the hours you spend with them. And in my argument
he also doesn't change his mind easily.
Yeah.
That's
true. Yeah, I do.
Well, not like when you're confronted with different information.
Well, sometimes
I would say, how about this?
Change his mind about Gaza, but very gradually.
Yeah, because it takes me time to process shit, and I'm not a spineless fucking pussy that goes, yeah, you know what, guys, you're right, I'm wrong. But I have, and you admit this because it's happened, had conversations, walked away, and then later contacted you and go, hey, man, I thought about it, and you're right.
In a week, call me so we can discuss this.
Okay, fine, but also, I'm just saying.
Here's that's besides the point. We're on some dumb... Like,
I don't think we are.
Semantic argument.
You're calling me dumb.
No, I said dumb semantic argument.
Eldis agrees with me about.
Eldis is dumb too.
Because he's in your fucking pocket.
He's Albanian. because he agreed. Go ahead.
I can see what Ian is saying, in that I'm sure like this probably does happen with people who like donate sperm sometimes.
Yeah,
but it's
speaking
like,
of kids, I got to pick up mine in 10 minutes.
Yeah, Mike's son has just been in the hot car this whole time with the windows rolled up. Yes, but okay.
But it's like if he goes into it like agreeing to these terms, she lives across the country, and he's like, yes, I'm the sperm donor. Like you can't be like, you can't be like, well, what if I had a crystal ball and 20 years from now he has some. Has some like thing where he's like, oh my God, that's my son, and I haven't been like present for his life. Like, if we take at face value that they agree on the arrangement, like you can't say, I don't know. I definitely wouldn't call it like his parents' grandkid.
How about this? Exactly. Going off my biggest issue here is going off the information we have. What you're describing just doesn't that's not present anywhere, other than maybe the thought of like his parents. And I think that has to do more with his relationship with his parents, not this kid. And if he were to all of a sudden in 15 years say, that's my kid, I need to be involved, he would be breaking he would be breaking their agreement. He would be out of line
probably
doing
breaking
that.
the law too.
He would probably be breaking, exactly. He would definitely be breaking the agreement he had with someone who doesn't want him to have any parental obligation. Going back to the original question, and not the argument that I think is relatively pointless that we're having, his parents, in my opinion, don't deserve shit here. That it is not their. There in no way is it their grandkid. There's no way it's their grandkid. In no way would you consider this kid their grandchild. He donated his sperm,
but he gave someone in lineage to them.
That does not matter. That does not matter.
I'm saying it matters, but I'm not saying he needs to tell them. I'm saying, but that factually does matter.
It doesn't. Only in this weird debate club, you're trying to score like a point here. But in terms of their lives, yes, okay, technically they share a quarter of DNA or an eighth of DNA with this baby, with this lesbian woman's son. Fine. You got me there, Ian. But it is not their grandchild. It is not someone that they, that they have any, in my opinion, they have no right to this woman's kid. This woman doesn't want that. When he entered into this agreement, she was like, hey, I need someone to help me have a kid. Would you do it? She was not thinking about dealing with his parents. The kid's grandparents are her parents. That's who the kid's grandparents are. And he would be out of line, and he would definitely be out of line. First of all, for him to even think about this without saying, I mean, the person you talk about this with is your friend.
Is the woman.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, I guess in theory, if she's like, yeah, they can be, if she feels like she wants them involved, my hunch is no. But the thing is, this is not, I guess the overall thing is, the order of who's important here is the woman first, the kid,
the baby,
him,
yes,
and then way down the list.
I'm in total agreement with you on all of that.
Okay,
totally.
But that's what I'm saying. Your point just didn't really matter. We just got into like a semantic debate that doesn't change the facts of the thing. And so,
and I'm putting a little bit of my stink on it, but I do feel that, I don't know, it's being a sperm donor for a friend and being like, this kid isn't even going to know that I exist, but I'm going to keep a relationship with her. That to me is like, well, I think you're selling yourself short, the kid short, the mom short. Like, why wouldn't you want some sort of, the kid's going to want to know his father one day, unless, the mom is lying that like this and that. Like, I would assume so. I mean, but all of this, a sperm donor does not a father make. I'm just saying like directly this child exists because of him. And that
fine.
The child one day,
you got me there.
The child one day may be like, "Hey, what was dad like? I want to know this and that." And if he's in the life,
but that's not at all what we're talking about. Yeah. And exactly, that's you cross that bridge when you get to it, and it's the mother's decision.
He should cross the bridge of telling the parents when the kid gets older. I don't think there's any, if the woman's pregnant, I think it would be fucked up to go, hey, mom and dad, I got a woman pregnant, but I'm not going to be alive.
He didn't get her pregnant.
If I found out that somebody donated sperm to my mom, I wouldn't be like, oh, I need to meet the sperm donor.
Yeah, that's not my dad. My dad is, I would. I'd be like, God, maybe I get a good dad this time. Daddy?
Yeah, same. Actually.
I would change my name. I would change my name to Stavros Williams or whatever the fuck the guy's.
And I do do think our histories with dads and everything does inform our opinions on this issue. But again, what I'm saying is, I don't think he should tell his parents now. I don't think it's any of their business right now. But I do think down the line, eventually, a conversation will more likely than not
necessarily. Not necessarily.
I disagree.
And I would say,
that's fine.
I would say he needs to talk. He needs to talk to the woman about this for his friend first and foremost. So how about this? He talks to a woman, and she says, "Under no circumstances tell your parents." Then what does he do, Ian?
He crosses his fingers behind his back and says, "Okay,
but this is the only chance y'all have to have a child. Please, my mom's about to die. She's got to know the Fidance seed is going on."
Conversations that are jokes that are close to real life.
No, that's all we're talking about here.
I think, like, obviously, yes, with the agreement that you have with the mom, I'm just saying, and I could totally be wrong. I fully admit that. But I do think at a certain point, something will come down the line. If he's close friends with this woman, there's going to be something deeper. Maybe not involvement, but some sort of conversation like, hey, this is where you came from.
But then
these
even
are this and that.
But even that doesn't make him the kid's dad. It makes him a very close family friend. It makes him basically like an uncle figure in the kid's life.
Sure.
And that's again, not to bring it back to his question about how do I tell my parents. You don't, in my opinion. And in fact, before you even think about telling them, you need to have that conversation with your friend. And if you think, oh, I don't want to have that, that's uncomfortable, then that's your answer. If you think your friend's going to be like, what? Tell your fucking parent. That's not what we agreed on. Then you don't tell your parents. Now, if your friend is like, hey, man, it's up to you, but just so you know, this is my son. He's not your son. Like, that's the thing. I guess this is an opportunity for our caller here. Understand what you agreed on, and even if your feelings have changed,
like, Ian, can you stop sending us cigarettes?
The baby is not going to listen to ska, Ian.
Can you please just play Real Big Fish?
Stop sending him checker fucking Vans in baby sizes.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, man. I started saying that joke, and then I looked at his feet, and I was like, God.
I heard you stutter a little.
Yeah, because I looked at it, I was like, oh.
Baby's fit for,
I was like, oh, no, he's really wearing them.
No, I mean, I think that the dude, he better not fucking tell his parents, because he's gonna, if his parents are Christian, Catholic, conservative, he's gonna tell them, and they're gonna go, yo, we want to meet this fucking kid, and they just go, well, legally, and that's gonna be a huge fucking deal.
That's
so
what
keep your fucking mouth shut.
To your parents.
Don't fucking say anything to your parents.
Do you text them every time you jack off? I know I said this already.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's a great point. Yeah. Should I text? Yeah, should I call my mom? Hey, Mom, I cream pied a woman yesterday. If she's not on birth control, maybe you'll have a grandkid for, I don't know, 10 days or so, sort of.
Hey, Mom, I dropped the lure on this girl's face.
But yeah, dude, don't say shit. And if you ever even think about it, talk to your friend first and understand that what's important here is her and her family that you were a donor to.
And
donor is the operative word.
The more time in between the child and you telling your parents, the more they'll probably be like willing to be okay with it, because right now they're going to want to see the kid. They're going to want to, oh my God, blah, blah, and they're not allowed.
I wouldn't even think in those.
How about we move on?
I don't even think we'd think in those terms at all. But yeah, let's finish this up.
Did you have a clip you want to play?
We have a final question, I believe.
Truck stopping.
I mean, we could play one quick. Let's palate cleanser. Let's play an Ian clip just to kind of clear the air.
Did you see the one with the horse? Down.
I hate young people. Let's try that. No.
All right, you know what? It was for don't tell set. Okay. I fucking, you know what?
Ian, stop talking over it. Replay it.
This is good. I don't get me.
Well, just sit back and take your lumps.
How do I delete?
I don't like young people. I'm sorry. Okay, I don't like young people. I don't like kids. I don't like anyone born after 9/11.
Oh God.
Okay? I don't. How can you never forget?
Look at the physicality.
If you never fucking knew, okay?
Oh, such a
Don't
great
tell me
point.
how to live my life, Aiden or Gracie.
Oh, the
Yes.
name.
Here it
Oh,
goes.
no!
Yes.
And Chris wins.
two faggots. I've added more names to the bed.
Allergic to peanuts. He did a peanut allergy joke.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
5-hour sex story that goes nowhere. And a bit about how your wife doesn't like Hamas.
Oh my
Suck my
God.
fucking ass. I'm a working comic. Eat my fucking dick. And
Jesus
I really
Christ.
wish that I had not encouraged another bitch to play.
Are they
But
also
my heels
gluten
are
free,
done.
you fucking hack?
And I'm not.
I said, are they also gluten free?
Yeah.
No, but maybe the next time I tell it, they will
Peanut
be.
allergy. First of all, it's one thing to get a laugh on a name, hack. We all know that.
Yeah.
To do 5 in a row, incredible, incredible stuff.
Can I tell you? I did this in Vegas, and it hit so hard to the point where I go, I'm never doing this show.
He hates young people, folks.
young
He hates young people.
I was young.
These young kids with
Holy
their
fuck.
iPads.
Yeah.
Honestly, dude,
they're vaping.
you literally might be my favorite comedian. No comedian brings me more joy than watching your clips.
God, you're is to bring joy, okay? I'm in on the big, you fucking cocksuckers. Suck my dick.
Sure sounds like it by the volume of your voice right now.
I hate young people.
The second I gave up, I was like, I was shoved over and knocked your computer over.
Young people. Because they have peanut allergies. And they're named Aiden and Chrysanthemum.
One person I met named Chrysanthemum.
Fuck.
You're on the list.
Holy shit, that was awesome.
You're on the list.
And you know what? That's why we put up with that last conversation, guys. It's just like you give and you take in a relationship. All right. I'm literally in a great mood right now. Let's get a nice one going, Eldis. Let's finish this off here. Go watch the special, Live, Laugh, Love, Ian Fidance. And I'm Normal Mike Recine on the YouTube right now. It's linked here. Now go ahead, finish us off, Eldis.
What's up, Stavvy? Eldis.
Oh, man.
Love the podcast. Love the special. Congratulations on everything. This is actually a call for the guy who wants all the hair off his balls so his wife will suck them. I had something similar. You guys are talking about waxing.
Oh, yeah.
Easiest thing you can do, don't shave, don't wax. You get this shit called Veets. It's like Nair, but it like is nicer on your balls.
Veach?
You got to get the Veet, sensitive skin. It's like the shit that's for women. It comes in a pink bottle, boohoo.
Yeah.
You
giving us
squirt
advice?
all over your hands.
Well, a guy called in.
Slather all over your dick and balls. You wait 5 minutes, 7 minutes, hop in the shower, like take a washcloth and just fucking go to town on wherever you want the hair to come off, and the hair comes off.
Wow.
It works great. I love it. My wife loves it. I don't expect to get on anything because I'm not asking a question. But I just thought you want to know. All right. Fuck you. Bye.
All these kids
Respect.
are taking gluten-free hormones.
Yeah, they're putting feet on their nuts. Back in my day, we used manscaped.
Esmeralda, Giselle, Jasmine, Toby. Well, there you go, folks. Veet. And remember, unless, go watch the specials.
It's called I Hate Young People.
It's called Back in My Day, Ian Fidance.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I think we're dead.
Doing hack boomer comedy with your fucking Philly fanatic shin tattoo showing is so fucking awesome. In shorts with khaki shorts with a belt.
Wearing Jordan on my shirt. Wearing a shirt of me. Come on.
All right, that's going to do it for us, folks. And remember, how can you never forget if you don't
never
remember,
knew.
if you never knew or whatever. Or whatever. Bye-bye. See you next time.